let us begin. Last time on D&D, you guys fought an Aboleth, defeated it, which was great. A couple of you got diseased. Can't stay out of water, otherwise you get severe plaque psoriasis. You met a dragon named Shateth. He is sickly. He asked you to buy some salad for him.
Give us 100 gold to buy salad.
Yep. You also...
Didn't he pay us for that?
Yeah. You guys are like running an errand for him. He's not allowed in the city. But yeah, you guys then met up with a Shadowvar, a shadow being of the city of Fulfanthar. Down below, he was looking for Chardolin crystals. You guys figured out how to get up by following the instructions on the lift. There's supposed to be like a magical thing, but you guys kind of just bypassed that. Got up, met with the assassin, who...
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. It's kind of a big part of what we're starting at. It wasn't fully done.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to leave, and when you guys are done torturing him,
Oh no, he's
then
potentially
I
about
will
to
come
blast
back.
someone.
We're all about to die.
Yeah, there's two of them now.
Honestly,
Pretty sure we're all dead.
That's like 1 3/4.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's growing back. The one that's regenerating.
You guys paid him off first off, so there was no enmity. But
Supposedly.
then you guys asked to join the Guild of Assassins. He explained that that's totally fine, but you would need to actually assassinate someone to officially make it in. And then thirdly, Martin challenged him to a duel. The duel morphed into an all-on-one battle to the death.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be
Yeah, but the assassin started kind of catching on to the fact you guys were trying to murder him. And so that's when he started, just going all out. So yeah, you guys fought. You guys almost beat him. Like, you almost were able to rip the flesh out of the gauntlet, but I set the DC on that pretty high.
hashtag triggered.
Yeah, you guys kicked his butt, honestly. But there were some tactical errors made. And he ended up, the original assassin ended up on the ground missing an arm, covered in wounds, and then there's like a quasi-assassin growing out of the gauntlet, which vaporized Martin with a well-timed spell. So yeah, that's where we ended. The assassin was charging up a beam of green energy, about to unleash it, and that's where we officially ended.
Alright. The main one? Or we gotta do
The one with one arm.
Okay.
I thought it hit me.
No,
No,
the one that
that's-
regenerated from the
We gotta
armor,
have different
last
names for these
review.
guys.
the armless dude on the ground, the original, is the one that's about to do a blast.
Assassin 1?
The original assassin, the original one-armed assassin, and the armor one.
Okay, the armor one?
The newborn and the original.
Okay. We're going newborn or original?
No, we got originals on the ground and the newborn's that newborn.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool.
we got
Alright,
newborn,
he's charging up,
last
and so
one.
where are we in the initiative?
So, I mean, this is pretty much where you were.
I'm rather surrounded up.
I do have the initiative counter.
Yes, where are the little people?
We need the minis.
But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to end it because of the action that the assassin is going to take.
Well, I know I'm not right next to him, so unless he sits up and blasts.
Seeing
everyone else.
as how it is the assassin's turn, what he's going to do
And there was a lit.
is he's going to cast Disintegrate at 6th level.
Wait,
On the arm.
wow. Disintegrate is a 7th level spell.
He downgraded.
Pretty sure about it.
It's a 6th level. I looked it up. No.
Cast it on the
I'm not
newborn.
sure. Maybe it is 6.
Because the newborn vaporized him.
Yeah, newborn.
Original just woke up.
Yeah, I
He's
did.
kinda
I
pissed.
gave him the minimum level of disintegrate.
He's gonna
As an
disintegrate the
ability.
newborn. Go
Let's
for
see
it.
here.
Because like my goal was to talk to him before he did anything.
Yeah, it's 6th level.
So if you don't mind allowing Voishana to engage him in conversation.
Well, first things first. He is going to blast disintegrate, but not at any of you. Lucky for your sakes, he's going to launch it at the ground beneath the armored piece, which goes. A crater appears beneath the arm as it falls.
Protecting it.
No, getting rid of it.
Go have fun with your friends.
So what's destroyed? The armor's destroyed?
No, the ground beneath it is destroyed.
Oh.
And it just so happens you guys are sitting on the edge of a flying city.
I'm pretty sure.
All right,
Alright.
tourniquet is what Voishana's doing.
Alright, now I'm really curious.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, I mean, Voyashana would have been next, so I mean, you can go render it.
Well, yeah, she's right there.
Okay.
That's a- that's not- So
Make a
yeah,
medicine
turn.
check on that.
I think she actually has pretty decent medicine.
Why do I have this? I don't want this.
I was over here.
This guy's is like a hair's breadth away from death.
Well, you can borrow the stick.
Sure.
Is this the one we were fighting?
Yeah.
Over there, over there, over there.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's
But you
22.
were not over there.
Who took?
That was the other
Somebody
way.
took a picture.
That
Cody,
is pretty good.
Cody, show us the picture. Of
Where's what?
Did I take a picture?
You're
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
And you're gone.
No, she's there. Just over there with you and the lich.
I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know
there's
if
a
I
lich
just
over
think-
here.
I
He
saw you
was-
take a picture.
Oh.
Ish.
Here, I'll post on the Discord for everybody. Give me
He was next to you.
Yeah,
The sausage
I was talking with him.
Good. I'll have some a little bit.
While you're looking that up, what would I want to roll as far as that juggling or whatever?
Well, I'll say it's probably survival.
I don't think I went too long.
Here it is.
Is the laptop dying?
No, kids have just been playing games and it's notifications.
It is still a D20.
That looks about right.
More or less, they were there.
Oh yeah,
He
I
went
was
to blast, and you were like back.
Yeah, that's close enough.
She was Switzerland.
I kind of backed up after my arrow
I
just
did
kind
that
of
in my rules.
fell out and it healed. and I was
Martin
like,
was like right here.
So it'd be this guy, and then whatever survival is.
Yes.
would
That would
focus
be 9.
disappear as you die.
I'll say that you find a small bag full of broken chartolin crystals. Let me get into the mind of this guy. He's just been brutally brutalized.
Hi, Jessica. Yeah, things kind of went sideways, Mr.
Yes.
Assassin.
I thought this was supposed to be a friendly duel.
Oh, well, so did we. Why in the world did you go about casting Disintegrate?
You guys were trying to murder me.
Okay, then
After the
Exact-
first blast.
after the...
Yeah.
Okay, obviously I lost track of everything, because now
I guess I
one
don't-
person in our party is now dust.
I'm missing an arm.
Well,
Your
yes, there is that too. Again, things kind of went sideways because it really looked like you were trying to kill, well, successfully, kind of, in a way,
Yeah, you had some.
that
Yeah.
pile over there.
Because didn't you cast Disintegrate at the beginning of this fight?
Well, yeah, but I cast it at such a level that he wouldn't have died. I've been doing this for hundreds of years. I'm pretty good at
I
gauging
know,
some of the
and-
stuff. This.
And just like, being you were immortal up until now. Correct?
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like, you can't say that, we were about to murder you, you're immortal. We're immortal.
You cut off my arm.
Okay, now, I was trying to prevent that. I just wanted the gauntlet. Now,
That's mine.
very aware. Now, you just sent it down into the depths with a second to you, I assume.
Maybe.
So why did you do that? Can you tell us?
Yeah, I don't want you guys to get your grimy paws on it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, I was a little worried it was controlling you.
No.
No. Okay, so do you have any connection with that other one, or is that other one going to come find you? Going to be like some amoeba thing that comes together later?
Well, considering the state of my current body, I'm gonna have to retire now.
Well, that's
Thanks.
good. That's good. Well, see, you're not necessarily retiring. The other one will probably carry on your legacy.
Yeah, probably.
Like, maybe this is an opportunity to explore life as a mortal. So it's a benefit for you, and also benefit for the other you. Because your other you will continue on. Now you'll be able to retire and eat crab cakes.
This is true. I have amassed a vast fortune over my years. I guess I could retire.
Okay, so our friend that you murdered.
Yeah.
I don't suppose there's anything you can do about that.
Well, he's dead.
Unfortunately, no. Disintegrate is quite thorough.
Yeah, which is again why.
You guys were trying to kill me.
Okay, you were. Did I not cover that?
You covered it.
You were immortal. We couldn't kill you.
Did you forget that?
Well, I mean, you guys almost killed me. You took my arm.
Okay,
Does
see
it-
that happened. See, because you pissed off the dust over there. When we had you petrified, he was like, "Screw it, we're taking his arm." I was against that, and then we didn't know that you were like a worm, and there would end up being two of you.
Well, you know what I say? I think that it was more than fair. Flesh for flesh. You guys tried to take me. I took one of yours. Now,
No, see that math does not add up.
so what do you propose then?
Well, I'm not proposing anything. I just think you're wrong.
Well, then I'm leaving.
Okay. I guess we should pay him.
Oh,
How do we settle this?
well, you
You
guys.
took our guy. You'll tell them you killed us and call it even.
Well, you guys already paid me. I'm pretty sure that happened, didn't it?
We
Yeah, but
started
then-
with giving a
then-
bag of gold too.
What-
And yeah.
I
I
just set the gold to the side, and I'm pretty sure
Vance
Vance
took it.
went
picked it up.
Yeah, Vance does have it.
When you were
And Voyashon is going to go grab his cloak, and she's going to start sifting through the dust to get the amulet, but she doesn't want to touch it.
All right.
And use his
Oh.
cloak
Or-
to
yeah.
collect the amulet.
There's a glaive, a dagger, a coin.
Is Frobus still around?
He is.
Oh,
He's pawing at the dust.
okay. Well, I'm...
An amulet.
That is so sad. Those
There
are monsters. What the hell?
2 potions of petrification and 8 vials of holy water.
Okay, so
Everything
I
else is
just
dusted.
mainly want to protect the amulet. I think everything else should go on Frobus. And maybe this can be fixed. We did have a feather once upon a time that could fix this.
That would work.
We wouldn't have used it on him.
Rude,
Vassar.
rude, but
Uh,
do we need the dust?
I'm kidding.
Could we resurrect Martin later?
There is going to be opportunity.
Okay, so anyway, I'm
Vance
keeping
actually
the amulet.
knows of another place that does have a full resurrection spell like that.
So we can hang on to
Okay.
the ashes.
So,
did you get all of it?
original Mr. Assassin.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I think we should pay him, and him and his newfound brother can go back to the Contractors League. Tell them everything is square.
All right.
Okay.
So how do we handle this?
Vance.
is not.
Vance no longer has it.
Where did my gold go?
We have decided due to tardiness.
We are giving the gold.
Vance appearing kind of guilty over the fact that Martin is now dead, and wanting to prevent more death, will step forward and he says, "Alright, I tell you.
Okay,
Here
so
you go."
which one is going to be putting things on the horror on Frobus?
Gathering up all this stuff.
Frobus, I feel a little responsible, but not completely. Well, little, I have to be perfectly honest. I just didn't want. He was petrified. Your master tried to kill him.
Frobus appears upset.
Yes, as he should.
Would Frobus still be around if you were dead?
You would.
But he would be permanently dead if he dies again.
That's something.
Yeah,
We
well,
need to protect him with our lives. He's so cute.
He's all
But
we have left.
we're going to put all the stuff on Frobus,
With some ashes.
except for the amulet. The amulet I'm keeping.
What was the amulet?
Yeah, it's still being talked to.
So,
Where is the assassin?
In this
he's
area.
like right over here.
He's like in the middle of
So you were there. There's a hole there now. Where
This is
arm
the
was.
assassin.
So the amulet is the
assassin?
one that you got from the cursed village,
Oh.
Yes.
and it used to be in the possession of.
Or the king in yellow.
Well, yes, technically, but it was Boris Yvain, I believe, is the name of the guy.
Is the assassin wearing anything?
He's the one that you guys stole the book from. He has a loincloth on.
I want to ask the assassin, will your new double be coming after us for any reason? Does he have
Is
no
this the
memories?
first time this has happened?
Yeah.
Is there like more of you?
No, there's a precedence.
Oh,
So
what happens to the other one?
Retired.
Oh, so now you're the retiree. When you were the newborn at some point.
Thank God.
That's disturbing.
We live a weird life.
Okay.
How many of there are you?
How many are there of you?
One.
One. I am a supreme being. Worship me.
No thanks.
Can I eat his brain now?
Huh? No.
we just made peace.
Yes. Here's the deal. We need.
But
we need
he's
him
not
to.
the real one now.
He's the original, and we need
He's
him.
not
The
the
contract
original.
has been
Yes, he
fulfilled.
is.
He will not be coming after you unless you piss someone else
Yeah,
off.
well, he has the money, and so he needs to go back to the evil contractors lead to let them know that the debt has been paid.
Can we not just fish out his brother out of the hole?
I don't think he's in a hole. He's on the lower level.
If you care to look, the hole goes all the way down to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not on the island.
Frobus is going to go to the hole and look down, and then look up and nicker very loudly. He's looking directly at the assassin, and Frobus is going to go like this.
I vote we pay
There's something
up
wrong with your horse.
and move on.
Yep. Pay up.
It's going to walk over and like nudge the assassin.
Okay, what do you want to show me, Tony?
It walks over to the hole and looks down and nickers loudly. Frobus makes a shove attack.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta pull up the stats.
As soon as he said he leans over to look, it's the first thing that came to my mind.
Oh,
As soon
was
as he
it
called,
mine?
as
So
soon
I
as he
guess-
looked at the hole and wanted the guy over, I knew he wanted the assassin in the hole.
But we need him to go off our dead.
Well, if the body goes down there, it's gonna have the money, and newborn assassin is gonna have the money.
Sister,
Then I
you
can
okay?
eat the brain.
So newborn
Huh?
assassin, no
You
to...
can eat one
Yeah.
brain while the other one goes and takes the money.
That's what I've been trying to say!
But will the newborn assassin...
Well, we gotta
have-
talk to
It's
the
not
other
your
one.
guys'
But
fault.
that's
I'm a
nice.
supreme being, and you guys can handle my intelligence. I
It's
can
very
understand.
true. It's
We gotta
very
talk to the other one, and he's in a.
See,
You are a
she
non-peer.
understands. Thank you.
He's down a hole.
I'm assuming it's a strength check, right?
Yep. Make a
I would never
contested
want to
strength
eat
check.
your brain.
Hmm?
I would never want to eat your brain.
All right,
I'm
bring it on,
very
Frobus.
That's a 16 from Frobus.
Your horse literally just bites this man on the butt and tries to throw him into the pit. And it looks like he's about to go in, but he just barely rolls around the edge of the circle. and
Okay.
avoids getting pushed in.
Wait, Sean's gonna go and help drag him away.
There's something
that's
wrong
fair.
with that horse.
No, it's not. There's nothing wrong with the horse. The horse has very good reason to be angry, just like you have reason to be angry.
The horse is Frobus is like Krishna's face is turning red from the things Frobus is saying.
Just frothing at the
Okay,
mouth.
just run. Just run.
Okay.
Just run. And
all right.
shield like Boychana will like shield Frobus trying to keep you.
Consider your debt paid. If you wish to avoid further problems, I suggest do not anger those with deep pockets. If you wish to join the guild, I will
You
make
talk
sure
too
that
much. Get running. This
I
this
will
whole
make sure
this
that
whole
we are aware.
that's
We'll send
it.
you job
Go ahead,
requests.
go ahead, Frobus. I don't want to hear it anymore.
The horse starts moving towards it. It's like, okay. It runs off. And
But if I
it's over.
assassinate him,
He's the one that's gonna go.
then I can join the league
Well, it has to be a
because I
contract.
assassinated somebody. I have to.
But they have to have
I
a
can't
contract
just
on it.
assassinate any random old Joe.
No, you have to do a
No.
contract.
Equal contractors
What the hell,
league.
man?
There has to be a
What
contract.
kind
It
of
has to
bad
be
guy
equal.
league is this?
It's not a bad guy league. I'm being facetious when I say evil. It's equal.
It's a very.
I thought it was evil.
It's
No,
a very
I was
lucrative
being
business
facetious the
plan.
whole time.
Vexlar is disappointed.
I'm sorry. Your vast intelligence was
Overlooked-
unable to.
Overlooked the minor details.
The insignificant details, because you are a supreme being. If you're overlooking them, they're obviously insignificant. You are a supreme being.
Alright. The assassin leaves on the lift. We will call this fight a draw.
Well, technically, we won.
I mean, I guess you can look at it that way.
Well, we're
one of-
down one. And
We let him live.
Quarter. Okay, well, maybe there'll be one of those feathers in town. Well, Mr. Lich.
Oh yeah. I looked that up.
Oh yeah. What did you think of the fight?
Oh, that was extremely entertaining. I haven't seen action like that in many years.
Is that
I don't suppose you can help us get the bag of what's left of Martin.
Are you
A way
talking to
to
the other
resurrect
assassin?
Mr.
Or the guy
Martin.
the lich.
Oh, the
that
lich.
came
Oh
in.
boy.
One back here that I was chatting with
Hold
What
on.
happened to the other assassin?
I gotta load this
down a
up.
hole.
Down the hall.
So we're on an island.
He
The
yeeted
first one
himself.
blasted a hole in and it fell basically
Not
down
the
below ground.
newborn assassin. I thought there was another assassin.
The original assassin is the one that just left. He blasted the hole to make the newborn assassin fall down.
But I thought there was a third assassin.
No.
No.
The
There,
lich is the third
there may
thing.
be a third one out somewhere.
I,
Yeah,
Probably on
the
a
original
beach
we
somewhere.
fought. There was another before him, but that's not here.
Okay.
So it's just the original, the newborn that fell through the hole, and the lich. And then this
We'll
original
call
ran off.
the third one Grandpa's.
Okay, I
He
gotta
run away.
Grandpappy assassin, yes.
bear with me. I'm
Yeah,
loading it up real quick.
Who may or may not have both arms.
Probably does.
Well, you think about how this one got
Oh yeah, you're right. They would have to have a similar injury.
removed, and
Aha.
Oh yeah, he probably has all
probably
the,
another armless.
yeah, another one-armed man.
I did
I
not
also
expect
did
this.
monster manual now.
I think you would have known.
Yeah, it's happened before.
We've really got to talk to each other on these.
And the newborn is just like, as his bones are knitting together. All right, I can't go through life again like this. Gonna get my arm ripped off.
Their memories.
Maybe fighting people in just a loincloth and the gauntlet isn't ideal.
Maybe I could change this up.
Yeah.
Like, sure, I'm immortal.
Yeah, but showing off the armor is probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, just cut the arm off.
exactly.
No one ever said he was smart.
Well, now that he's fallen
he
a
should
half
just
mile,
have.
as he's falling and healing, he's like, "Oh, I got a good idea."
Well, the armor is nailed into his arm, right?
Yes, you want to come
He should
closer
just have a
to
full
talk
set of
with the
armor
lich,
nailed
or not so much.
Yeah, he should.
I figure we're trying
Yeah.
to more.
There is a
He's more
complete
of a
set.
focal point now.
Well, just standard armor, you know, that looks like it.
I shot an arrow, and that was it. And then it healed. I was like, And then
So
after
it's
I
not
showed up, I
obvious.
was like,
It's the hubris of the thing.
I'm done. There's a lot
Or
that
you could just
happened
have
during all
both
that time while
arms
I'm
and in
just
both
standing back
calves,
there.
like.
Everyone else went running up, and I was like, no.
Bear with me, guys.
It's probably better, the whole like
There we go.
stab surprise thing. But
Let's see, what would you be able to do?
how much damage do I do to people?
Oh my goodness, is that Sasstown?
No, I brought. I had it down there.
My dearest condolences. Wait, he has a lich voice. My dearest condolences for your friend. I would not be able to do anything to bring him back. Maybe if there was a piece left of him, but
Well, dust is technically a piece, depending on.
so is a fingernail, but
Magnification.
that doesn't work either.
That is true.
Doesn't the horse count as a part of him because he's from him?
Maybe.
Are you part horse? I don't think you're very intelligent.
Oh,
You are out of line.
don't. It's not worth it. It's not
I'm
worth
very
it.
smart.
He's not.
Anyways, what is it? What is it? Lilith doing outside of its hive mind, anyways?
Being better than all the other Elithids because I am my own, not enslaved to the one mind. I'm better.
How interesting. How interesting indeed. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go back to work now.
Could you point us in a direction of perhaps where our dusty friend might be able to be restored?
I don't think there's anything left to restore.
I just made that down.
Well, thank you. Unless anyone else has something to say to Mr. What's your name?
My name is Cadavix, High Necromancer of Fulvanthar.
Not very good, is he?
Oh, yeah.
Darn ghosts.
All right. How do you spell his name?
I want to ask, is there anywhere you recommend we visit in the city?
Was it Cadavix? Let me grab the city map.
Are you gonna drink any of this drink?
Cadavix.
I didn't already ask him. I'd ask him if he knows how to help fix my issue, her issue with our skin and whatnot. Can't remember if I asked him that earlier.
Okay.
Battle things.
When you're done, back can you take it upstairs?
Let's see. You guys were at what? 3 days?
I think
Yes,
3 was the edge we were at.
We need to move these guys out. Sorry, you were first. What was your question?
Oh, any recommendations where we should visit in the city?
Well, yeah, I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Fulfanthar is ancient. The last holdout from the ancient Netherese Empire. If you're looking for magic, this is the place. However, I do not know if the citizens will take kindly to living beings from the light. Be prepared for some pushback. However, if you hold yourself with dignity, you should be able to make your way. There are schools of magic, and there are towers dedicated to each one. If you are looking for a particular type of magic, you can visit the towers accordingly. There's also markets and various wonders throughout the city that you are welcome to behold. Unfortunately, the Tower of Necromancy is currently out of commission. apologies about that. For those looking at him, you'll also notice he has a necklace of fireballs with 6 beats remaining. You want this?
No.
Too bad.
Good, because I didn't want it anyways.
Good. At this point, you notice that behind the witch, the ground is crawling.
In our direction?
With little hands. And one by one. Let's see how many there are. Hold on.
How far away are they?
Well, they were behind him quite a ways, but they were kind of just. Ah, yes. 200 crawling hands line up behind him and flip you off.
Okay.
And then they scurry back.
Oh my gosh. 200 hands.
Yeah, you got that.
I can just imagine it.
A wave.
I
We're
can
going
see
backwards.
And them crawling together to make a hand, and then that hand of hands.
He
flipping
pops
off.
his neck and he says, nobody can outclass Catafix. And he'll start gliding back to the, what appear to be ruins.
How important is he?
That's not his importance. It's more. We've already let one person die today. Did you want to make it a second?
By the way,
Maybe
you would have
not.
noticed too that the hands are odd. They're all wearing itty bitty hard hats.
Hard hats, like
Yep.
construction.
Like
now he's just doing it for comedy.
Okay, let's go.
Because the hard hat, what is it protecting?
So what
Is
happened
there
to
a
the guy
brain?
we brought with us?
That's immediately what I thought.
He's just been watching.
Okay, he's still around.
Yeah. At this point, he's gonna say, "Well, I mean, you did your job. You got me here, and that's what I asked. So, I think I'll make my own way from here."
Fantastic. If you need a ride
When are
home,
we gonna?
Don't ask us.
When are we gonna? How are we gonna get the rest of our money?
Well, I give it to you already.
that was 550.
That was the 50,000.
Oh, did I only
That's
give you
200.
50,000?
Yes.
That's what the bag was for.
This is why I need to eat his brains. He's trying to rip us off.
Well,
Still,
Hold on.
still do another 150.
All right. He takes out another sack and he dumps a big old pile of gold on the ground. That should do it.
Okay.
he likes to count
We're
shit.
below.
the rest?
What?
Is it actually the rest?
If you care to count it, it might take you a while. It's all there. I promise.
All right. So how much do we all add?
Just so you're aware, 150,000 gold would weigh 3,000 pounds.
He had a bag of holding.
Which is
Ask
more
him if he knows.
a ton and a half is more than a regular bag of holding can hold.
He has 2 bags of holding.
There's 3 bags of gold.
Yes.
There's lots of bags of
Actually,
Bag of holding is a bag of holding.
bag of
Why
holding
aren't we
holds
just
500
doing
pounds,
platinum
but it
pieces
would have 6
instead of
bags gold.
Cody?
Okay. That's
Why don't you
So
just
we
say?
each get a bag of holding?
Sure.
Oh, platinum pieces would make that.
Actually, no. No, he's dumping out these bags. He gave you the whole. He's dumping these out, and he's keeping.
Okay, why don't we just do platinum
Oh, no.
pieces?
Yes, please.
Platinum pieces is gold pieces.
I mean, I'm sure you could make an exchange here in Sulfansar. Right, people.
All right, so that's 150,000 gold pieces.
Divided by.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Did you count mine?
Jacob is Martin. Martin is Jacob. They're one now.
No, Mom. Jacob's Vance. I counted Martin.
That's what I meant.
Right,
Vance.
guys, counting Martin.
Yeah.
Wait, why are you counting Martin? Don't count Martin. He's dead.
He has a horse, and
Probus
I
is
have
still
hope.
here.
Probus wants his cut.
I need help. Give him a gold coin.
These oranges are going to pay for themselves.
That's
If you give Probus 1 gold coin, he's going to drag you to the edge.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't fight with animals.
okay. That's 21,429 gold pieces.
Okay, stop.
Yes.
Can you text that?
21,429.
Yes.
How many platinum would that be?
That would be 2,143 rounding.
All right, 22,000 gold.
That is a lot
Sorry,
of gold.
2,423. Why don't I get notifications for this? How many platinum? I'm sorry.
I can turn in the notifications on if you would like,
Yes, please.
but I don't know if everyone else wants that.
Do you guys want notifications?
You can turn it on for just yourself if you want to
Yep.
on your phone.
Okay, hold on. Let me get to Discord. Hold on, Eugene.
Here, that's the amount in platinum I just texted you.
The Lich will wander over again. He'll say, I actually do have this map of the city if you would like to take it. And he'll hand it to Masulin because Masulin was nice to the Lich. I hope you make good use of it.
Tap and hold.
Again, I'm sorry about
Potions, you turn it on.
the Tower of Necromancy.
So easy. Did you
It was
That's why I'm
wrecked a little while back.
I finally figured that out. I was like, okay. So much easier. So yeah, you'll get
It
notifications
should
for
be reconstructed in
anybody
about
posting
20
in it.
years
Thank
at
you
this
so
rate.
much.
The best part about it, all the employees are still inside, ready to work.
They just need to be put back together again. Well,
I guess they can't die.
Do I get any
Yeah.
gold pieces besides that, or did you round up?
I do not have rounded up.
Man,
So,
I almost have as many
If you do look at a map,
platinum pieces as I do gold.
you'll notice there's a couple things nearby. Let's see, number two. Number two is essentially the center of the city. You'll find the Hall of Silk, the Observatory, the Chimeric Creator, an abandoned theater, and a bit of a market. Number three is the Tower of Necromancy under construction due to an unfortunate incident. 11 is the Tower of Lord Shadow, the King of Thulfanthar. Also is the location of the Mythalar. 5 is the Tower of Abjuration. 4,
That's the necromantic tower.
no, 3 is the Necromantic Tower.
Oh.
4 is a stadium.
Oh.
And as a matter of fact, if you listen, you can actually hear some cheering coming from that direction. And then, let's see what, 9 is the last one? Is the Tower of Divination. But I think we should delve into somewhere else for a moment. Martin. There's a burst of green light and then pain, such as you've never known before.
Would it hurt?
I'm
going to take advantage of this moment.
I mean, I think it would hurt. It's not like an instantaneous thing. It's just like shreds you, right?
Mr. Stark, I don't feel
That was something else.
And in an instant, there's not even any sort of a darkness or a feeling of sleep. You just go, you open your eyes and you find yourself sitting at a small table with a beautiful lady. She passes you a cup.
Tunisia, how do you do?
It's good to see you again. How was life?
Unfulfilling.
You know, Taskeldron has told me all about you. He feels like you're on kind of a self-destructive path. And I think that he may be right based off of the current situation.
If my destruction had achieved my goals, then it would have been satisfying.
I understand.
It would have been sufficient.
Alas, well, unfortunately, you are with me here in this place, which means you are officially dead. So my apologies about that.
While I'm here, I am curious. What kind of relationship do you have with death?
Oh, Death. Well, Death is kind of does my job. Well, that's backwards. I kind of do his job down here in the Shadowfell. It's not his favorite place to go, and so I help him out with that on occasion. I don't really have much else to do, to be quite honest. I don't have a lot of followers. Okay, fine. I only have one follower, so really the only thing I get to do
I want to know who your follower is.
Tactical drone.
is have tea with him on occasion. So I get bored, so I help him out. But essentially, my job down here is to just
Tea with Tunisia.
help you over to the other side, as it were.
She does. And he said,
I don't wish to go to the other side.
mentioned it, yeah.
I wish to pay back my
I have
enemies,
one follower.
but perhaps more pressingly, my so-called friends.
Well, you sure have a lot of anger. How about this? I'll do this for you. If you'll put aside your vengeance and your hatred and anger, and vow to do good and to help and to be a really good person, I'll make you one of my followers,
That was
just
so
like
unsatisfying.
Tascadon.
You didn't add the rest of that.
You'll gain the powers of Lich, so you can use those powers for good.
I was watching it and
I'm gonna pour her tea out.
Rude.
then... Yes, you did.
So kind of like looks down at the tea. Alright, fine then. Well, I think that your keeper is here to pick you up. And at that moment, there's a peal of thunder.
That's so sad. You are just so mean. Oh.
Filled with rage.
All right, or he's all yours.
No, please don't cry.
And
It's
she'll
okay.
wander off. You find yourself in the presence of your benefactor, Whore.
What's his name?
Whore.
I was like, wait, say that again.
Took all my effort not to make horror and death puns all week. Sent to the great whorehouse in the sky.
It exists on a giant gear.
That's awesome.
I am sorry that I failed.
Yes, it is kind of poetic that you should leave your friends as your family left you before you. But it is unfortunate that you were not able to fulfill your vengeance and your justice before you met your end. That's what else I would say. That being said, your thirst for vengeance and retribution is particularly strong. That, plus the fact that,
Not this time.
for some reason, at this moment, Death does not currently have any control.
Death has no control. Does that have something to do with the mission he gave us?
Possibly. But for whatever reason, those who die don't have to go if they don't want to. They can remain.
That is my desire.
Well, that would normally be the case for all. Well, not normally the case, but seeing as that is the case for all currently, it only works if you have a body to return to.
I'm afraid that is a problem. My body was disintegrated. And all previous bodies that were copied of me, I made sure to behead.
Let me take a look.
Wish you wouldn't have done that now.
He'll close his eyes in a deific way, as if peering through space and time. It says, I actually do see that there is a body that you could inhabit. You'll have to fight for it, though.
Deal. Who do I have to kill?
Well, I don't think that spirits can necessarily kill one another, but they can overpower one another. But before I grant you this power, I want to make sure that you use it well. See, I've been watching your journey, and I have to admit your single-mindedness and your pursuit of poetic justice is admirable. I have quite enjoyed particular instances where you have dispatched enemies. Very enjoyable. However, I do want to say that the one that you are seeking vengeance for is extremely powerful. I do not think that you'll be able to defeat him on your own. So it is my advice for you that you seek companions who would be willing to aid you in your quest.
I had companions, and it was their actions that resulted in my death.
Bullshit.
You see, that is the problem, Martin. If I am to grant you new life, I need you to do better. I need you to be a leader for your friends. Only together will you be able to overcome this great evil which you desire to destroy. To that end, you must help them with their vengeances, their dreams and goals as well as your own. This I have foreseen. Unfortunately, if we are to do this, your enemy will also know what has taken place. While I may be the god of justice and retribution, he is the prince of undeath. You must be wary. He is cunning and ancient.
I understand.
All right. Well, I will wish you the best of luck. And with a whoosh, your spirit goes through space and time to a very, very, very far off place. Ordinarily, this would be just an instantaneous thing, but you are going outside of the realms of possibility to get to this place. And you find yourself struggling for control of a body. Make a charisma, just a charisma check.
No, he should be good with it because he's a paladin.
20.
Oh,
So I'm going to add my bardic inspiration that I didn't actually use. Hasn't been 10 minutes yet. I'm still inspired. 26. Wow. I will return. I will have a body.
All right. Your soul brushes up against that of something
Puny.
It's not puny, but it's definitely not human. It is
He's coming back as a kobold.
metallic
No.
and uncaring. Pure evil. It desires for all life to be snuffed out. But you're able to kick it out.
I desire for it to get out of the way.
And with a yah, you sit up. And you look at your hands and your feet, and you realize that you are indeed in a Martin body, covered in Martin armor.
Martin scars?
With Martin scars.
How?
Am I wearing Martin's armor?
You are wearing Martin's armor. Also,
Hand me the helmet.
if you reach up you'll now feel that there is a new scar all the way across your neck,
Oh, jeez, from when you beheaded him.
and it is stitched back together.
That's disgusting.
Well, that's new. I'm going to take stock of my surroundings. What do I see?
You are surrounded by a yellow dim light, and there is lots of fog. However, as the fog starts to clear, you see that there is a ghostly specter standing next to you, with eyes of yellow flame, looking supremely pissed off.
My need was greater than yours. Go find a different body.
I liked that body. How is it that you've come to inhabit it?
I'm afraid I misplaced my other one.
The spectral form begins to coalesce and take shape, and it forms into a mechanical man, quite imposing, like 8 feet tall. And it goes as if to strike you, but there is a word that cuts through the air and chills your heart that is already not beating. Stop! He is under my protection for the moment. He is supposed to deliver the talisman. The specter, that mechanical man that's standing next to you, he slowly puts his hand back down, but his eyes rage with a yellow fire and anger.
Do you have the thing over there?
The mask? No, that was upstairs. But as the fog clears even more, you can see across the way there is a man standing at the edge of a beach, covered in yellow robes, wearing a pallid white mask.
Ah. Hello, Hastor.
We meet again. I know that you have not fulfilled your task, and so I will keep my pets away from you for the moment.
I appreciate it.
Imagine the Warforged was like halfway through the final stitch. Martin.
Pretty
I
much.
just got that! I just finished!
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes.
I wouldn't be afraid of a good fight. However, I am unarmed.
Well, my pet has other tasks that he needs to be about in new ways.
What's his pet again?
Warforged.
Warden, go to the city. Spread my sign. At which point, the specter will disappear. As for you, I will send you back to the talisman. If you value the lives of yourself, your companions, and your world, you will not fail. At which point the fog closes in on you, and you are covered completely in a misty haze.
Cool.
That's where you leave. You want to start moving?
What?
Are you going to move anywhere? Or are you just going to sit there in the fog?
I thought he was going to move me.
No, he did move you. Now you're sitting in a cloud of fog. You need to walk out of the fog or sit in the fog.
I'll walk out of the fog.
You find a door.
I'll open the door.
All right.
Good choice.
You step out of the door
Good answer. Good answer.
and find yourself exiting the church.
Is this the church that we found in the town where everyone killed each other every night?
No. Hold on.
Is it a different?
This is a shadowy temple built of black stone. And as you exit the door, you will see that there is people milling about outside, walking down the thoroughfare. but they are all covered in wreathed in shadow. You recognize the architecture as being out of the city of Full Fanfire.
Excellent. Is the city more than a mile wide?
I'm pretty sure it's like exactly a mile.
Okay. Assuming the church is somewhere near the center, I am going to reach out with my mind and communicate with Frobus.
Martin?
Yes,
I almost
Frobus.
killed a guy for you.
It's me.
I failed,
I
sir.
have returned.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I know.
I need you to
I'm
come
willing
to
chop
church
off
and
the
pick me
ends
up.
for you.
So close.
Okay. Did you bring any oranges?
Not.
Alright. And yeah, you guys see Frobus just take off at gallop down the road.
Frobus, come back!
We should probably follow him.
While I'm waiting, I'm actually going to use my...
Usually, animals run off together. They have something to show you.
what is
We're
it called?
scared.
Where they're trying to kill you.
Well, I don't think Frobus is trying to kill us.
I'm going to use my divine sense. Do I sense the presence of any celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet of me?
There's a lot of undead. Apart from that, no, though.
Any particular presences of undead that I would find interesting?
There's a witch. And a lot of, like,
Well,
um,
does the divine sense go out a mile?
No, that's only 60 feet.
oh,
Is there a mirror or something in the church I could use?
oh, is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
See if you're a lich.
You actually do sense undead. Like a sheet of ice that covers your senses. You realize that it is emanating from yourself. And yes, I'll say that there is a mirror within the church. Well, no, not a mirror. I'll say that there is a pane of glass that is highly reflective. A window, as it were.
That's rather filthy on the outside, but clean on the inside.
You look in the mirror and you see before you yourself. However, your skin is pallid and unhealthy looking.
How's my neck?
You've got a set of stitches going all the way around. It was neatly sewn back together, except for he was kind of crooked in a couple spots. Sorry about that.
But is
If I
it
were to
like
undo
fresh
those stitches,
looking
could I,
or
like,
is it scarred
Take my
over?
head off.
Theoretically.
But would your body stop functioning once the head is removed?
Just for the sake of flavor, I'll say yes. That's cool.
My nerves run on hatred now.
But yes, as
I thought
you
you agreed to be nice to get
as
the
you
body.
stare into the
No, he
mirror,
didn't. I agreed to be the leader.
Yes.
as you stare
Nice.
into the
He
into the
literally
window,
dumped out the poor lady's tea.
your eyes glow with a powerful red flame
Ooh.
as you think about the things you're going to do to your enemies before going back to your normal eyes. At which point Frobus shows up.
Ah, Frobus, my friend.
Frobus's eyes glow with red flame
No, they wouldn't.
because they're reflecting your eyes.
Oh, okay. Frobus, my friend. I'm afraid that our time may be coming to a close. You've served me well.
Lovely. Well, why can't I be with you anymore?
What? I'm going to grant your wish. You will be able to roam the great open fields of the celestial plane, meeting very nice horses there.
Look at the flowers.
I'm not going to kill them. I'm just
Oh my gosh, that's what you meant! Oh, that's so sad! Oh my god, what's wrong with you people?
So I'm going to start taking off his saddle and his
He's what's
barding
wrong.
and all the saddlebags.
Okay.
All your equipment.
I'm going to re-equip everything too.
Alright.
The gold.
Yeah, you find out.
Oh, gold on gold.
You're a share, even.
Alright, I'll say you guys show up at this point.
We're a little behind.
As soon as
There's
Martin
Martin.
sees him.
Vexar looks at him and goes, ah!
Does my presence worry you?
If I mean you were dead,
Was.
and now you're alive. This is great!
Vexlar, I'm afraid in that assumption you are mistaken.
Ah! I'm just kidding.
Tell us something only our Martin
I
would say.
Why would I say anything like that?
Exactly.
I've been brought back somewhat to life only because of the strength of my hatred and my desire for vengeance.
Yep, that's him.
Sounds like Martin.
And not the thing was learned.
And speaking of, Vexlar, did you attack me out of vengeance for our duel, or was it merely incompetence on your part?
I didn't. What? I didn't just attack you.
You attacked all of us. It
Because
was
you
your
were being
actions and-
cruel idiots.
We were fighting for our lives!
You attacked our friend. Well,
What friend?
Or was that Vance?
That was Vance.
Oh, well, I didn't know what was going on. I just know that Washana was getting hurt, and you were torturing that pesky little man, and
Incompetence,
it went
then.
too far.
Too far?
Too far.
Too
And
far?
I didn't end your
We
life.
were fighting for our lives.
I took
and
5.
you turned on me.
I took 5 HP points from you, you little sissy.
That made the difference between life and undeath.
You should
Thanks,
blame the
Mark.
one who killed you,
I rolled a
Martin.
26%.
Oh, I
don't know
will
what I'd actually
exact my
ask him at this
vengeance
point. I'm
from
kinda-
him and
Yeah.
from you.
I rolled a
Believe it.
perception and I rolled 26.
You are
and I was
wrong.
If you ever
I've
turn on me
seen him,
again,
obviously,
I'll slay you where you stand.
there.
You are
Yeah,
wrong.
I'll say you're the first one to see that, Martin.
So I feel like I notice stuff around his neck, and so I'm trying to think of a question, but I got nothing in that argument.
That delightful argument.
You see that
And
instant
you,
ultimate question.
Voyashana,
Something doesn't seem right.
why did you turn on us? Why did you aid our enemy in the middle of a fight?
He wasn't supposed to be. Sorry, I'm not a part of this conversation.
That man came here to kill us.
Oh, sorry.
Good catch.
We're
Hey, can you hook me
frustrating
up
me,
with
Martin.
another soda, please?
Need to
We
wet my vocal
We weren't.
cords.
I stepped in again. We weren't supposed to kill him. It was supposed to be
That will do
friendly
it.
duels. You have no values. I am the monster.
My only value is vengeance, Vexlar.
You.
I will use all the weapons at my disposal.
You are not a good leader. I said it.
Your argument, by the way, is starting to draw a crowd mix of Shadowvar and Shades.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Shadowvar
no.
are what the citizens of Fulfamp are called, but they're essentially just normal people, except for they are breathed in shadow. And then there's
What
Shades.
does wreathed mean? Wreathed.
Like glowing. But
So
shadow.
They
if
have-
It's
you,
like a roundup.
yeah.
So what is that exactly? Like, are they possessed?
So do you
or-
see Wallweather up there? He's essentially wreathed in shadow.
Oh.
They just have the appearance of not being.
There's like smoke
But they're
and
people.
Yes.
Is it a curse?
I'm gonna have to ask them if you guys stop arguing.
Anyways.
You are wrong,
So while
Vexlar.
they're doing that, I'm gonna start looking at the map.
I have one value,
Okay.
and that
Might as well start
is my
studying, because
vengeance.
you said there was like a
That is what
area
got
of
you killed.
magic, more magical.
What
stuff.
got me killed was
So I kinda
teammates who
wanna know
turned
there's a
on
couple
me.
of us who wanna go there, such
Turned
as
on
those that
us.
kind
Her.
of ill fitted with skin of lacking moisture.
It's kind of like that.
It's supposed to be creepy.
Okay, now you can say something. Sorry, I had to.
Most of the
So much.
No, you got it so well there, so.
Shut up!
so
I know
there's
you're
a
mocking
tower
me.
of magic.
Stop
and
mocking
magic.
me! Now that I know that you're
Which
mocking
there's,
me,
like,
every
I
time
forget
you
how many there
compliment
are,
me,
but
I
there's
know
One
it's a
thing I
mock.
do want to check
And
is
it's
that
bothering me.
message, and that's what I messaged myself, and apparently made a
You
sound
think
to
I'm a
like
joke?
3 devices.
There's the Arbitorum, which that
It's okay, Vex.
might have
It's
some
okay.
medicines. There's a library too if you want to try to learn more
So
about it.
one thing I did want to know is because I was looking on here, it
Okay,
says
wish I
Bastion of the
had-
Netherese
Well,
Empire.
he
Does that mean on
Let
this
the
little
DM
island
resolve
it would
that.
have that?
Let's
Not
let's
Hammerfall, or is that
continue
not
to
here?
So
Oh,
tired.
Hammerfall is on the material plate.
Oh,
Although,
so go to sleep.
I don't know what that is because I didn't see it on the map either.
well, that's just where you came from, your normal home.
I slammed down.
Right now
my
you're in the
medicine,
Shadowfell.
And
There
I
is
made a
there is a
dent in the
shadowy
wood,
version of
And then
Mount
I realized
Hammerfall
I
here.
can take my nail and make a dent in the wood.
Here.
No, it says the-
It's very
the
soft.
Did
Netherese
you mind
ruins.
hanging the map behind you?
Yes.
I just know that was
Why did you
Netherese.
get such soft wood, Cuddy?
Those two. Alright, so this is where you guys entered the Shadowfell was Darkwell.
I would
and then
love
you
to
like
redo
traveled
this
to
table.
Phanthar. Which is
Because the
right here.
cracks, like, trigger the recipe.
But if you guys go back to the material
Well, you can
plane,
fill
this is the mountain. So it's
So that's the
Like
Hammerfell.
yeah, the place you're looking for is like right.
Part.
So,
So
kind
if
of
you
this
guys
is
leave
west, south, or
and
northwest
travel
of
here.
Anvillion.
Do it
That
random.
direction.
That's the benefit.
That is true.
But not Anvillion itself.
I wasn't paying attention. What were you guys saying?
No,
Oh my
we were just
gosh,
waiting until you guys were
nothing.
done.
Oh, sorry.
So Martin could read Boyshana.
So he called Boyshana out, and I had my little outburst, and now I'm just gonna let Boyshana say what she has to say.
I'm not done talking to you, Vexlar.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
You say I have no values.
Can
I don't
can
think-
you hand me a marinara? Sorry.
This is an
he
important conversation here.
needs to have the entertainment.
But I'm still technically studying the map because they're.
You're just
They're
trying to
doing things. I
mind
was
your
like
business.
looking at the map, finding that way once we want to go somewhere else.
I am
have
the
that
supreme being
information.
of all creatures, and I have more empathy
Even though I
than you.
truly don't have that.
That man
information.
came here to kill us. You say I have no value.
He
I
had
don't
a
want
job!
magic stuff, I know.
Yes,
Because now
his
I have
job was to kill us.
Okay,
Are
but
you
you
too
had-
stupid to understand this?
You've
Sure,
had
dance
jobs to
and
kill
stuff,
other people before.
Yes, and
And
they
you've
tried
done
to
it?
survive. And that's what I was trying to do. What is so hard to grasp about this? I will use every weapon at my disposal. I will use blades. I will use hammers. Anything I can use, including my words.
And I understand that until you cross people who are your friends.
I did not cross my friends.
You
They attacked me
her.
and aided my enemies. I did not attack her. I attacked my enemies.
That was pretty bad, wasn't it?
There's nothing that matters to me except the mission.
Maybe that's your problem then. Maybe you should.
The problem is that everyone else doesn't care enough. You care about empathy. You care about
I'm thinking this one.
some schmuck who is a murderer, a professional killer. I will
Yeah.
use my weapons against him. I will tell him, I will lie. I will tell him it's a friendly duel, and then I will slit his throat
That is
without remorse.
wrong.
No, what is wrong is losing. You understand?
I want to eat your insolent brain.
If you try, I will
Vexlar,
slay you.
Okay, good. Vexlar, come on. You'll get it.
What all of you seem to fail to grasp is that that was an attempt. Killing him would have solved our problems. If I had to lie to get him to lower his guard, then I lie.
Mm-hmm.
The only value that matters is vengeance. I will slit the throats of innocents. I have and I will.
Mm-hmm.
And you,
Yes.
if you ever aid our enemies again in the middle of a fight, I will count you as among them.
I know you will. So go ahead. When that moment comes, let it come. But let it be known to everyone that you are an implicit threat. Anyone that crosses you becomes a problem for you. Right?
He cannot be trusted.
It's an implicit threat.
Not,
So nobody can trust you, Martin.
not every threat is deserving of death or vengeance.
Not
you
everything,
did.
but the problem is that you decide.
That's right.
Yes, that's the problem. You didn't ask why I was doing what
Why did you aid our enemy in the middle
You
of a
should.
fight?
Why? What was he at the time?
An assassin.
He was petrified.
So,
Do you mind giving me a strawberry pepper?
There you go.
he was still our enemy, and you helped him.
I disagree.
Well, then I disagree too.
Exactly.
I disagree with your disagreement.
But that's, like, you will have to understand that, Martin. That as long as you are willing to attack any one of us, me included, you are an implicit threat. You understand that? I will not raise a hand to Vexlar or Eraheim or Krishna, Masuline, or Vance. I will not raise my axe to them.
Isn't Vance supposed to be here by now?
Even if their actions result in your death,
Yes,
then you are weak and a coward!
and that's what you think. I'm willing to accept
My vow stands. If you ever betray me again.
that. I understand that. You act like this is new information to me. You are the best fighter among us. Correct?
Correct. No, not correct.
Of course.
Shut up, Vexlar. Not
So,
the time.
as the most potent and dangerous fighter, you are an implicit threat. Do you all understand?
At least my threat is clear.
Yes.
I have my limits, and you understand me.
Yes.
I will
Perfect.
never
Why don't you
kill.
turn that off?
I will never
Yes.
kill or cause harm to us from incompetence.
I'm pretty sure you just covered that you would kill me. Did I misunderstand that?
As a result of betrayal.
Yes, betrayal when there's a statue. You
Statue of
perceived.
A statue of an immortal assassin
Yes,
who can
you
disintegrate.
perceived that what I was doing was aiding him.
And what would you call it?
I was protecting an unarmed man.
That unarmed man killed me.
Yes, because you didn't listen to me in the beginning. You broke off his arm when I
That's from
explicitly
this
said
book.
go.
I have the stats for it.
We could have gotten the gauntlet off had you taken the time. But you, Vance, just like break the arm.
It's right here.
You guys are dealing with magic you are not prepared to understand. You didn't take the time. You didn't listen to me. So, I had to try to step in to defend the innocent. That's something you do, correct? As long as they're not in your way, correct?
If it furthers my goals.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With what I read,
And that's my-
gonna happen.
He was unarmed. He was no longer a threat. There was no reason to continue to torture him by breaking his arm off. And he no longer had the gauntlet, right?
He did.
After the arm was broken off.
I wasn't attacking the statue after the arm was broken off. Reanimating him brought an extra enemy back into the fray.
Yes, because you were going to break him up. You were going to kill him, right?
No, I was
You were
trying
going to shove
get,
him off the edge.
I was trying to get the flesh out of the gauntlet.
Then why were you fighting with me on the body? Why do you think it was a betrayal when I defended the body?
Struggling to remember exactly what happened. I
There's
remember
a
making
lot
a
that
strength
happened.
check.
It
to
was
try
a
to pull
lot.
the flesh out.
But you also wanted to
You
throw
did
the
try to throw the
statue
body
off.
off.
To break his arm, and then the gauntlet would be down on the ground.
Yeah,
He's
he got the gauntlet off. Then he wanted to throw the body off.
Yeah, he put the gauntlet in his pocket, and then you went to take the rest of him to throw him off the cliff.
Because he tried to kill you.
He was a
Wait, I
threat.
thought
Yes.
that happened before he turned into stone.
Yeah, he tried to kill him before he was stunned. Then he was stunned.
Blast nearly hit him, but missed. He got turned to
Yes.
stone. doing stuff to break the arm off. Arm got broken off. Once he pocketed what was mostly of the arm and
Yeah, and tried to get everything
tried
out.
to throw the body.
So wait, your intention was to remove the gauntlet while he was a statue?
Yes,
You should have said so.
I did.
I recall.
I know exactly my point. You didn't listen.
You
If
need to
I'm
speak
getting
up
in the
louder.
way, obviously I have a point. I wasn't betraying anyone. I was trying to save somebody who was no longer a threat. Because we disagree that when a person when attempts to kill you, that person needs to die. Correct?
Of course.
Okay. I am of the mind that if a person lives, they can be better. Until all hope is lost, don't kill them.
That is a strange way of thinking.
Yes, I understand. Makes it feel any better. I've killed people that you might consider innocent too.
I'll try to understand this way of thinking.
Good.
But talk faster and louder next time.
I will do whatever I want. And you will practice understanding. Yes?
Why do you get to do whatever you want?
Why do you get to do it?
Because I can.
Okay, see? Implicit threat.
All of us are implicit threats then.
Best fighter. Correct? Best fighter?
Of course.
Willing
Yes.
to kill anybody that gets in his way.
Exactly.
I think that we should just try and be friends again.
You know, no, I am already his friend. This is the most I've ever respected Martin. This is the most he's ever listened to me. And I thank you for that. I honestly apologize for making fun of your scent.
By the
Oh,
way,
wow.
that is much worse now. I smell like a corpse.
Yes, I know.
Oh, God.
I didn't bring it up specifically because I was actually getting a kind of a bond.
Well, there are many things that I will cease to care about now that I am dead. I can feel that my life force is tenuous.
No.
The only thing that matters now is the mission.
Well, let's get your vengeance at some point. Yes?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
you're
but
pretty
first
high.
we
He's
need to
not
gain
breathing.
strength.
Like,
Since
he's not
you're
breathing.
dead, you
There's
don't
like
need
nothing
food,
about
right?
him that is like alive.
I'll
No,
still need
he
weapons.
needs slept.
You'll also notice that like there's
It's not like rotted necessarily.
As long as we're clear,
there's some
I will
slight
not
signs of
exact vengeance against you.
So not hell now.
Yes.
Or me.
Well, I think the whole vengeance between you and him is kind of over. He did kill you.
Vengeance be distributed before.
There was an earlier duel before that.
Pre-vengeance.
Pre-vengeance is a thing. That is now a thing, people. We have it recorded on
Pre-vengeance.
YouTube.
I will consider this.
Are you adding that to the
Or she was getting revenge on you.
memorable lines?
Or he.
Vexlar,
I get a chocolate. Not that I've been.
Vexlar, for the moment, I will consider our disagreement in the past.
Great. Now, let's go eat some brains.
Don't attack me again. Unless we're having a consensual duel.
A friendly duel.
Oh, a friendly duel where you just decide to murder the fuck out of him? Yeah, no! No one will be friendly dueling with you ever again, Martin.
If we had succeeded, we wouldn't have had to pay him.
We would have just had somebody else come after us, you dimwit. At least we got him paid off so that we can join the evil Contractors League.
I have no desire to join such a league.
Vexlar does. Lots of good brains in there.
Yes. They don't say anything about not eating the brains.
I believe
As long as there's a contract for
that is almost everything. There's one last matter that I wish to address.
And if they need to
Krishna.
actually...
Oh no.
He's getting...
Deal I said to you.
I was gonna say he's gonna get down on one knee. Ah!
How so?
Your refusal to aid in that battle resulted in my death. longer owe you for saving my life.
Fine with me.
By the way, your skin is burning.
Yeah, it hurts. Where's the water?
Here, take mine. I won't need it anymore.
That's not enough.
I mean, you can kind of like.
Sprinkle. Yeah, little baptism.
Here, pour it on my tentacles and I'll rub it all over you. I'm just kidding.
Absolutely not. Go away.
Excellent.
That's
Now,
ours too.
Also, and you're also burning. Your scales are starting to like fall off.
now,
How do we cure this?
well, before we do that, where is that assassin?
You go.
He's gone.
Where is that assassin?
One of them's under the island.
You can sense that the assassin is
I'm gonna
going
start
back to the
asking
way that it
people
came
if they
from.
have any water.
Matter of fact, actually, no. You sense there's two of them now.
Just two?
Just
So that you
two
can sense.
that you can sense. And yeah, they're both heading back the way they came from, which is across the sea.
Just so you know, there's no limit on the distance of that ability. I just know the direction and distance.
Yeah, they're making pretty good headway. They've made a good distance.
And there are only two?
I mean, Vance had some water that we were able to keep kind of splashing in.
You steal his water.
Or no, he got that like
Come in, welcome.
or whatever.
Hi!
The
You
whole
missed the big.
water.
Oh
I'll
no,
say
I'm
that
not done with
he-
him.
Now that we're not in the
You
middle of
missed the
battle,
big
There's
make
get that from
make-
him.
I'll
not
say he
makeover,
lays that
but,
out for you. You can bake it.
Martin, reveal, apparently. I saw a Discord thing on the way into the house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it's,
You
Oh, is
missed
it this
a
thing?
decent.
Well, since
I
I
looked
looked
up a
new
couple
Martin
things.
going at it, and I'm like,
Makeup.
ooh, what's that mean?
He was
Yeah.
going
Here,
at
I'll,
it
I'll
Makeup.
post
more or
an
less.
image of the courage Martin.
Ooh, what is that?
Snacks.
Snacks.
I couldn't find like Gorditos, and I couldn't remember what else you have. I was looking for sun chips, but I brought sun chips.
So, Emily, Eugene, thank you. I think that was a great roleplay.
Yeah.
I have been more looking forward to that
Oh my
all
God.
week.
And I'm proud of myself.
Is it you guys fighting?
And I'm proud of myself.
Oh,
Oh
See,
yeah,
that-
no,
that's
we
why
had
I
like yelling
posted
arguments.
that because I was sitting there because we're all together. Like we found him and this
Gone back
yelling
together.
started, and so it was like, I have a map though.
Well, I was sad when I realized that I wasn't going to be here for the immediate follow-up to what I started
know.
last
Well,
week.
To catch you up very briefly, Martin went on a bit of a spiritual journey. He met with 3 separate gods.
Ruined a perfectly good tea party.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
I actually do
He
feel a
poured
little
out
guilty
her
about
tea.
that, but
That was
I had to
so
refuse.
So he first met with Tunasia, who essentially is helping Death in the Shadowfell. She dropped him off.
She offered me lichdom if I would vow to use my powers for good,
What would you say we got to on the?
And he literally
I
took her
took her
tea
cup of tea
and
and I poured it on the
he
ground
spit in her face and made her sad.
and tossed the cup back at her.
Sounds like a smart thing to do.
Yeah, Hor came and picked him up, and so he met with him. And he offered that
You don't know how hard it was not to make horror puns all week.
Oh
he offered to make him into a revenant,
The last
continue
horror
his
you ever
retribution. Yes.
The last story you ever
Yes, I am no longer human. I am a revenant.
So you are now the very thing that you've constantly done for like the last however long.
I don't hate revenants. Or undead. I'm just the prince of undead.
Speaking of which, he got schlupped back into the body that he left in Carcosa,
Oh, that smells good.
and he ended up fighting the other revenant for control of the body.
I kicked his butt.
Yes. They were about to battle it out, but Haster himself stopped the fight, saying that he needed to fulfill his mission of delivering the pendant, the sign. And yeah, he got dropped off again in Fulthanthar from a church, where everyone met
We
back
followed
together.
Frobus over to him.
Yes, he called Frobus. We followed Frobus to him.
We have got all. We did get the gold and split it up before.
Gold? Oh yeah.
Baron.
It's
Baron.
150,000 from Baron.
Oh, he gave us the other
He paid us
150?
150. We separated it up and put it put it into.
I
Yeah,
got
you don't
like-
get to keep the 50,000.
I
You
like
keep
got
that.
200 and
Yeah.
2,000 and something platinum.
Oh yeah. Did we cover what we did with the assassin?
Oh, yeah, what happened?
The
We took
assassin
some money from you and gave it to the assassin to pay him off.
Because you had taken it back.
None of you
Because
guys
you
saw
put it
that.
on the.
Yeah, but we knew.
I was watching.
We knew.
I wasn't
That's gonna be
We all had a feeling.
We knew you had it.
Also,
Plus, they weren't here, so.
Also,
Yeah.
we figured he was the original assassin, and his newborn that was growing, the original blasted. the
Well,
whole
I mean, we
entire-
can retcon that and say that he still has it, but you guys just paid the assassin using the other 50,000 from the
Well, then I'd have to redo all the math. Because then we would have missing 50,000. We'd have to divide up the 100,000 instead of the 150,000.
We'll figure it out.
Will you indulge me?
Indulge him. Indulge the man. We'll do the math again later.
Fine.
Here, I'm gonna-
The assassin ended up blowing a
No
hole in the
punishment for
ground.
tardiness. I object.
He disintegrated the ground, and the quasi assassin attached to the armor fell, and so he escaped that way. And then they made peace with the one-armed assassin and let him go.
He was much less potent.
So yeah, you guys are standing in the square.
All right, I would like, because like I've been holding on to this thing for a while, waiting for him to show up.
The fighting's not over yet.
Not quite. All right. I don't know if you want to retcon it from the beginning, from before we came, or now. However,
We'll just retcon the gold now. He's been kind of sitting back watching you guys go at it.
We'll say I disappeared when Martin died. It was like a kind of a hold on moment.
okay, you show up.
Quickly before that,
Yes.
just to TLDR our conversation, I blamed Vexlar for my death, and I asked her if her attack was vengeance from when I killed her, or just in confidence.
Him?
And our conversation revealed that it was
an 11 and a 15.
He's not
for-
incompetent.
So I told her that if she ever attacks me
Him?
again,
11 and 15 between
He-
deception
we had a long
and
conversation.
persuasion to try to persuade
apparently
her
he
that
wanted to try to
he
get
never
things
She-
going.
roll before all the battle. Would either of those
This is
end
why
up
you should
Well,
play
telling
other
him that he
genders.
hadn't given us the money yet?
It's
not my
Pretty
fault.
sad.
Oh, just
Yeah,
keep going,
I
just
think
keep
that
going.
he wouldn't.
It's not
That
supposed
would've
to
been
Yeah.
mock
funny.
you.
I don't
It's
think it
supposed
would
to
have been
be
quite enough.
It's
Our
annoying.
conversation apparently
Trying to
he wanted
backtrack,
to
see if I could have, but then the
while he was
You're
still
trying to
a
get a
statue.
gold out of me. Go away.
The
Or
assassin.
see if you
Breaking
could
his arm
or I
off
could
did
persuade him
result in
otherwise, but
catastrophe.
I
Well,
was curious because apparently
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
bad
and if we're-
I
if we're,
wanna do
like-
years later.
what we would have found out from talking to
Because
Vance
he also
about it, if
comes
we ever
from
had a
Boston,
calm conversation
Boston.
about it, was
Yeah, he kind
Vance
of wandered
also
off as
wanted
soon
to
as he
take
gave
it off
you the
when he was a
gold.
statue.
You should have asked
Didn't
him how he
was
felt
surprised
when
at your
he
desire to
came
throw the whole
back
statue
to
off
get
the cliff.
with us here.
But his concern was that taking the ring off would make this situation even more precarious.
Yes.
And that's why I was like, no, to try and stop you. And then,
At
other
that,
him grew out of that.
that's the point. He was saying that. She was saying that. At that
Don't make
point,
it annoying.
the one
Just
that was
get the
missing the
guitar.
arm was an innocent, defenseless man. And so that is a point of character disagreement. Martin does not think that he was innocent and would have killed him, whereas Shauna would have tried to protect him.
Yeah.
So we disagree on that part. We kind of buried the hatchet over the first part. I said that she needs to speak up louder and faster next time, and she said I need to listen better.
And that's it.
I also told Krishna that my life debt to her is fulfilled. Because her failure to participate in that fight is another contributing factor to my death.
I did too.
You can use that against him when he's older.
If you'd used your bolstering spirit, I would have survived.
Oh,
If you would
I
have used
did-
your
I
bardic
pulled-
inspiration, you would have
okay.
survived.
I
He used it later to get the body.
To be honest, though, his
Because the whole
god
thing went pretty.
is the god of revenants,
Okay, I've been
and
waiting
I think
for
this
this
is
fight
a
between
really,
you two.
really cool
So
way
let's
of
get it
going
rolling.
about it. So
What?
I said,
this
I've been
one's gonna be
waiting for the fight
reasonably
between you guys and us, and now him.
And
then-
Are you
just
injured?
Please.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Because
Because
that was like-
Now.
Vance's plan was to hurt you, put you,
Yeah, let's
Okay. As soon as Shauna can interact with him, wherever.
So Cordell, it's funny.
It's
I
not
was
Since
reading the
he's
wiki
trying
and it
to-
literally says
Oh my
that
gosh,
rat
Jacob.
core is
No,
the
push.
sponsor of
Things
the
that
rat
happen,
core.
like,
Perfect.
sometimes there'd be
What?
this food,
Sorry.
there'd be not this food, you know, like.
Yeah, he's just like.
Alright, as soon as Boyashana can interact with him, she's going to remove the +2 dagger from her belt.
You're gonna shrug. Oh, your dagger. You have one too.
Yes.
I was like, I'm gonna go to take mine. I'm like,
She is going to spit on the cross,
Ooh,
It's
that's
help in a way.
throw it at your feet.
Very different.
Like, I know my.
That is the cost of your betrayal.
She wanted, like, to stay
And then
with
she's
me.
gonna turn and walk away.
Oh,
Wait, that
That's
doesn't
what she wanted.
do anything to
And
him.
then I
What was
had a sister-in-law.
It makes your +2 dagger go down to a 0.
He spit on the dagger.
Oh,
No, it doesn't.
And as a
She-
kid, she was okay with
She-
eating it while she was pregnant. And like she's barely hardly ever had it
Yeah,
before.
punch
Like,
people
she had it,
out
but it was
there.
like much more long.
And not a thing was learned.
It's just what it's going to do with someone, like how to tweak everything.
You know
like,
me.
What
I
you could be
drag
doing, and all of a
stuff
sudden it's like, no. So once you have it, like,
Yeah, you think that's the end of it? No.
and you don't know until it happens.
Oh, I wanted to show you something
they're not
out of
really the
character.
Cordell, did you
It's
see
hilarious
that?
because
It's
Vance
not the first
has
thing I grab it.
desperately wanted to have a second one
Brave.
if anyone in the group didn't want theirs.
Can I get the
Where is it at?
other things?
Images?
I'm trying to think of what else my wife had. Like, there's some other things where, like, each kid
Did not look like
something
Donald
that
Trump.
she couldn't say before. Like, the worst part is, like, things that were just, like, that already kind of, like, exemplify those.
I'm sorry, I saw the
Even
image
worse.
and I couldn't help but think to myself, it's
It didn't
Martin.
have a lot of spice. Anyway,
Actually, at this point, I resemble Lord Soth.
and I was
Yeah,
like,
you
I
actually
feel
do
like
really look like Lord Soth.
With the plate armor, I actually have glowing red eyes
I feel
now.
like my wife definitely
You guys should find this interesting. I actually gained a few racial bonuses.
As a family, my mom had us all go see 127.
So because I'm occupying a human body, I still have all my human features. But if I were to die again, I would occupy a different body within 5 miles, and I would gain its racial abilities.
Ooh.
I also gain dark vision. And now I am undead. I do not need to eat or breathe. And I can ingest food and drink if I wish, but I don't need to. Instead of sleeping, you enter an inactive state for 4 hours each day. You do not dream. You are fully aware of your surroundings, and you notice approaching enemies and other events as
At least
normal.
he won't dream of
And there's
killing
always
you.
those stories of like,
I also have advantage on saving throws against poison and resistance against poison damage. And last, but certainly not least, I know the direction and distance to the ones against which I have sworn vengeance. By the way, what's the direction and distance to Orcus, Prince of Undead?
Well,
Does it extend across planes?
It does. It literally does. It says so in the character.
Cordell, you got a bit of sausage dip right here.
Oh, get at it.
If we're going by the world tree cosmology of D&D 1E, then in a bit of a southerly direction, I'll just say that you can sense that he is
In the
on a
southerly
different
direction.
plane. You don't really. You would have a frame of reference if you had been there, but you don't really have one, so you just kind of sense him out there on another,
In a southerly direction.
in a southern direction.
What's the direction and distance to the assassin?
By now, I'd say probably about 5 miles. They're making a good run for it.
What's the direction and distance to Vexlar?
7 feet.
Okay.
6 feet.
Martin looks for 7 feet
5
away.
feet.
He's like, 5 miles.
4 feet.
On your head!
3 feet.
Chewing your skull!
2 feet.
Reach out. There's just
1
an
foot.
image.
6 inches.
So,
closer.
that's good. I can sense the direction and distance against of every being that I have sworn to exact vengeance from.
So could you just swear vengeance against anyone that you're
never be able to fill.
I swear vengeance against you for asking.
Probably not.
It probably has to be sincere.
Oh yeah.
I'm really sincere about
Sincere and not out of
Fire,
convenience.
gun to you.
Unless you're
Do you ask questions?
that.
You spoke.
So that's the new Martin.
Very cool.
Oh, and if I die, I mentioned it already.
Mm-hmm.
I re-inhabit the body within 5 miles.
oh yeah, he doesn't die. So that's my
That's
trick.
nice.
Well,
Well, that's a little unfortunate.
if we ever need to, we still have the stone ring.
Work on what's up.
Oh, by the way,
Oh, there is one huge drawback.
Shauna has that ring.
All wither to dust and vanish within a year.
Oh.
In a year?
He's got a time
At the
limit.
end of a year, I will vanish into dust. Unless I exact my vengeance and kill all my targets, then I'll vanish into dust then.
So he's not
Either
immortal,
way.
he's just unkillable.
That's an entire year to figure out how to cheat death again.
To be fair, this entire campaign is designed to end shortly after a year. Because you guys will either win or everyone loses.
We'll die trying.
Oh, yeah, let's go to Doom.
At least you don't have to make a new character. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
You just smell like somebody who just died.
Oh yeah, I smell like a corpse. And
Hard.
cleaning myself is never going to help. Because I'm literally rotting now.
Yep.
My heart doesn't beat. And when I take my long rest, my 4-hour long rest, I will look like a corpse. Just
Oh my god.
dead. I can explore the bottom of the ocean now, though.
Oh.
What happens if there's not another corpse within 5 miles?
That's a good question.
Let me consult the rules.
Oh, there's sausage dip upstairs.
I just filled my stomach with a lot of cookies.
So, with all that out of the way, I have something special I want to dedicate the last 30 minutes of the campaign, or the session for.
Nap time?
Are we going to 9:30?
I second that.
I think we should go to 9:30 tonight.
I second that.
But that would give us, unless anyone has things they have to do.
I have a date with my pillow.
I know some of us have children, so just let me know. Okay.
Disregard.
But otherwise, you guys have 40 minutes with which to explore Fulfanthar for a bit.
Great.
He has a map which shows him a lot of the cool stuff.
During all the yelling and their whole thing, I was like kind of and then look at the map.
And I was really proud of myself because I didn't cry.
And then was something else
when
new
you were
came up,
yelling.
like, huh?
It's like you were
Okay.
yelling really loud, like it was the inside me was like, "Oh my god, I'm scared!" But I was like, "No, I'm kidding."
Well, part of it was an intense conversation. The other part of it was we kept getting interrupted by everything.
I'm sorry.
I just think of my
He just
muscle
didn't,
would be like
want
this
to engage. He just
nearly
took it
6.5, 7 foot, give it
I
to
I was
Eugene.
like,
man, just standing
I'm
there.
like, you did that, and I'm like, what was that supposed to be?
Eugene,
I feel like when everyone else showed up, started like gathering, I just kind of back up a little,
I will.
kind of join the ring of
I'm sorry to make you say this, but I need the number that we got in gold again.
Oh.
Because I
The
need,
original.
It's like
21.
21,
I need to
4,
subtract
29.
what we got and add what we're getting instead, since there's 50,000 gold missing.
Never.
I mean, if you
the
wait,
original
Why
number
can't you just minus
was
the amount that he
21,428.
21,000. How much?
428.
21, 4, 28.
21, 4, 28?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not what I meant.
Yeah, 'cause someone is selfishly hiding 50,000 gold.
Don't know that.
And we all know that
I
answer.
know that.
What?
The assassin didn't get it.
How do you know that? It disappeared in the scuffle. It would be a very reasonable
And then
conclusion
it
that he made off with
disappeared
it.
from you.
there was a necromancer
It
with
did
200
disappear from you,
crawling
by the way.
hands.
What?
It did disappear from you. The money.
He was
that
very
you stole from the
handsy.
guy.
So how much would it be if we all,
Remember
if we
when you
divvied up the
stole
100,000
the
instead?
money
So
from the
is he I need
outside
to remove how much?
county?
You mean the 50,000? No, sorry. We
It would have been
That's what we're gonna figure out right
14,000.
now.
Oh, okay.
285.
You missed it, by the way. She got flipped off by 200 crawling hands.
200. No, you stole money from the guy, from the assassin, and we stole it back to give back to him. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have that in there.
No.
That's what we're figuring.
I thought
is-
you added it into
I
your
did.
phone.
I did. So there was the first bag. Then there was the second bag of 150. While I wasn't here, you guys were going to take the money from me, but we retconned that. So
Yeah.
that
We
50,000
didn't
is still
actually pay
missing.
off.
Yeah, he is hiding 50,000 gold in a bag of holding on his person.
So we didn't pay him off?
That's
No,
what this
retcons.
whole thing they're figuring out is that
There
we
was still
didn't actually get
150,000
him
with
the.
which to pay off 50,000.
So it was
We didn't get the original 50.
21, 428.
So we haven't really focused on it, but there's 50,000 gold missing.
Well,
I
since
just
I
turned to him.
wasn't in the scuffle. I was back watching it with the Liz.
What? I was busy trying to stop her from pulling off that ring.
Aww.
Well,
Did you see this?
You know what the great part about my
See your
character is?
cutie.
He is dang good at telling convincing lies.
You're welcome to try to insight check it if you would really want
So
to.
I had them give me platinum instead of gold.
So you were studying the map. There are a bunch of locations.
143 platinum.
There is a magical tower for each school of magic. Divination, the necromantic tower got destroyed. Abjuration, conjuration, divination, etc. There's also an arbitorium. There is where they grow like stuff there. There's a stadium where you hear cheering. There's also like a main like center of the city which contains a observatory, a hall of silk, a chimeric creator, an old abandoned theater. And then there's the king of Fulfanthar, his tower, Lord Shadow.
Did you mention a market?
I was thinking that too.
Target.
I got a hole in my pocket.
That would be location 2, I think.
Well,
Location
there
number 2.
are- I would like to go see what magic items they
I'll
have.
say you guys are like over here. All right, yeah, you go flip-floppeting over to the market, and you see that there is a bunch of Shadowvar and shades hawking wares and buying different things. A lot of it's just kind of standard fare. I'll say that if you do some sniffing around, though, there are a couple of interesting magical items that are for sale. The first one would be an abracadabrus. Which I'll have to actually look up what it is. Hold on.
Abacus. Yeah, magical
It
abacus.
sounded like a magical body. Cadaverous?
Well, while he's looking that
Yeah,
up, so what happened to the money while I was dead? I see that there are lots of coins stuffed into Frobus's saddlebags.
Yes.
Oh, that's another thing I forgot to do. I unloaded everything from Frobus. I'm going to use... Wait, before I do. Everyone, this is goodbye to Frobus. If anyone would like, you may say goodbye.
Why are we saying goodbye to Frobus?
Because he is alive. And I am dead.
Pretty sure he's. I remember very clearly you killing him.
Well, he's... I suppose he's kind of like me, but it's the end of his road. I'm setting him free in the celestial plane to have babies.
Oh, yeah, that baby! Alright, Frobus.
Goodbye, Frobus.
And like you would notice that the evil amulet is no longer there.
Who has that?
I do.
I require no sleep, and so it does me no harm to carry it.
I know.
I have it back.
Round 2.
Why?
Fun.
Why? Because I don't trust anyone with it but me.
That's what I could say about the feather.
Makes sense.
I would have
Whoa,
revived
whoa,
you
whoa, whoa.
if the feather hadn't been taken by
First
a
of all,
dummy.
First of all, I thought we all agreed that was a last resort because it's so expensive and there's cheaper ways to bring people back.
He
Second,
was dust.
so it would have been a great
Yes.
but obviously other means worked. Secondly, I was not hiding the feather from the group.
Well, neither was I.
That's.
Fully.
Does anybody else agree with that statement?
I don't care about the feather anymore.
I'm pretty sure we had conversations about it being missing. You never said anything.
Lose it.
I don't plan to.
Don't touch it either.
I don't plan to.
It gives you terrible nightmares.
I don't have nightmares.
Well, if you touch it, you will.
I won't.
Touch it.
Yes, you will.
I won't.
I disagree.
You can disagree all you want.
Very good.
Okay. While they're talking, the rest of you are looking around. There's an abracadabras for sale, which is an ornate gemstone-studded wooden chest. Weighs 25 pounds while empty. It has 20 charges, and a creature can use an action to touch the closed lid of the chest and expend 1 charge, while naming 1 or more non-magical objects worth a total of 1 GP or less. The named objects magically appear in the chest.
I want it. How much is it?
The chest regains 120 expended charges daily at dawn. Roll D20. It's very rare. I got a table just for
It can make objects that cost 1 gold piece or less.
Yeah, I think so.
That's kind of lame. What's the code of useful things?
For example, the chest can conjure a plate of strawberries, a bowl of hot soup, a flagon of water, a stuffed animal,
That has a limited 10
or a bag of 20 caltrops. Food and drink conjured by the chest are delicious. Gems and precious metals created by the chest disappear after 1 minute. That's interesting.
Oh. Keep getting sidetracked. Frobus. I'm going to dismiss him. He vanishes to the celestial plane. I'm then going to cast Find Steed and summon my new steed.
What?
Okay.
This one is undead.
It's the Revenant.
The Revenant version of Frobus.
It won't have it'll have the same stats as a warhorse, but if you'll allow me the flavor, it is a nightmare.
Okay, that's fair.
So looks like that one that Strahd is riding has flames for its mane and around its hooves. And I'm actually going to give him the same name as Strahd's horse. He is Bucephalus.
Okay.
Yep, I'm not saying that.
Well,
Extravagant.
to be fair, let's make it the same horse.
You stole Strahd's horse?
Strahd is dead.
Is he?
Yeah, he was murdered
Okay.
Oh, so this is after he.
in a blast of glory.
Martin, do you have bangs?
I'll say that the horse went back to its original plane of hell.
Cool. Well, it doesn't actually have the stats of a nightmare. That would be too much. But he looks like
Let's see. Yeah, this is a very expensive item. It's 40,000 gold. You could literally summon 20 plates of strawberries in 1 day.
I can summon brains.
You could summon 20 delicious brains every day.
You can buy brains for 1 gold piece?
No, it makes food.
well, he
Depends on where you go to buy the brains.
So
I really want this chest.
worthless slaves are worth
I'm
less than a gold piece.
Oh, you got
Really
a point.
want this
Well, I
chest.
want the market. I want to
Wholesale.
look for anyone
Yeah.
that would be willing to offer anything for my broken Charlotte crystals.
Okay. Yeah, you'll find a kind of shady fellow in that he literally is a shade.
Literally.
He'll offer you 1,000 gold pieces for the dust that you've collected.
So was it 100 that we split up after the other 50 was paid?
Yes.
Is that what you did? What was the amount? I never actually put I can do that too. I guess we divided it.
So I'm
seven
still
ways.
really confused by that. So we didn't pay the guy. I thought we did pay the guy.
We
Just
did.
pay the guy
To see if I could get him to
50,000
go
from each
to
Out
other.
of
1,005.
the
I
other
rolled a
money that we
22.
got for.
This guy is
Because
very
the other
adamant
50,000
on not going
disappeared.
any higher.
Yes.
At all.
At all. He's already feeling very generous.
Okay.
Alright,
You said it's 400 gold.
40. There's
40,000.
40,000.
But I agreed to sell it for 1,000.
40,000.
Advance, we got
40,000.
14,285.
14,285.
Yeah, so I agreed to sell my little bag of broken shirtless crystals for 1,000.
Okay. That's fair.
So 14 electrum for the chest.
40,000 gold.
Yeah, 40,000 gold for the Abracadabras. It is a very
40,000
rare,
gold
wondrous
or
item.
4,000 platinum.
Man, if I didn't have this bag full.
4,000 plot.
What are you guys each carrying yours?
Well, you guys are continuing to look. You also will notice that
4,000
there
platinum.
is a magical fish hook called the Hook of Fisher's Delight. Essentially makes you really good at fishing.
Storm.
That would be for sale for I'd say that would be for sale for 500 gold. There's also a lantern of tracking for sale for 200 gold pieces. It essentially lets you track down a certain type of creature within 300 feet.
Krishna can do that.
And last but not, just kidding, there's a few more things. There's also a psi crystal, which essentially grants you telepathic abilities as long as you're attuned to it.
Oh, psionic. Okay.
What?
What abilities?
This crystal grants you telepathy as long as you are attuned to it. It glows with a purplish light. While you're attuned to it, the higher your intelligence, the greater the light's intensity, and the greater the range of the telepathy. Huh. I didn't know.
Have to give up a different attunement item.
That's pretty cool. There's also a scroll of Trask summoning for sale.
How much is that?
That is for 100,000 gold pieces.
We could actually buy that.
By pooling.
Why would we want that?
There's also a thermal cube, a 3-inch cube of solid brimstone that generates enough dry heat to keep the temperature within 15 feet of it, all at 95 degrees.
If you guys want to like really derail everything, we run forward and we tear that scroll.
Right now.
I imagine he keeps it locked, where people can't just grab it.
Yeah, I'll say that it's like within a chest.
You know what the Tarask is, right?
Yeah. Sorry, what I was thinking about was, even if he keeps it locked away, we have 100,000 gold that we could then give him, get the scroll, and then steal the gold back.
If we just steal the scroll and skip all the extra steps.
There's
Well,
also
they were making
a
the case that
great
it wouldn't be
many
easily
magical
accessible.
books that essentially have like every spell known to man.
Ooh!
Yes.
Ooh! No, I just...
Spell books, you say?
Yeah.
Any rings of spell story?
No. Although, no.
I like books.
I'm just going off of what they would have.
Okay. Well, there's nothing in this market that I want.
Okay.
Books to help solve my
I wanted
issue.
the chest, but it was too expensive.
The whole issue with the skin and moisture.
Let's see, what else is nearby?
Seriously, is there someone that can remove a curse?
How much are those spell books? You don't need to tell me about the specifics.
They are all around like 100 gold.
100 gold. Oh yeah, I'll buy every single one.
But these aren't like storage spells. They're essentially like books that'll teach
Are they
wizards
still on
how to
Switch?
use spells.
I told them to only play for 30
I'll buy them.
minutes.
Okay, I'll say that there's like
They're not really
6
for
of them.
me.
It's been
6 of them?
hours.
Okay.
Yes. Remind them that I
Therefore
said only
my-
30 minutes. Remind Aiden that I told him to set a timer.
Therefore, he to whom I am beholden.
They were supposed to be playing with Urza and Raylan this whole time. Remind him of that.
Just glancing around, you see that there's a couple of interesting locales that are very close, including the Hall of Silk, an observatory, a building labeled the Chimeric Creator, and you also see an abandoned theater that has signs that say, "If you value your sanity, stay away." And it is locked tight with an unusual amount of chains.
Well, I value my sanity. Let's stay away.
See, mine isn't doing it like yours is. Mine is still flat.
We have no reason to go in there. We're not going in there.
Wait, where?
There's an abandoned theater locked up with a bunch of chains and a sign that says, "If you value your sanity, stay far away."
That sounds like
For me.
fun.
Good enough for me too. Let's not go explore that thing.
Krishna, if you want to just turn into a mouse and sneak up in there, I'd say you should go at least check it out.
Oh, I thought you meant the quick.
Kind of do.
Let's do it. Let's play it real quick. Okay. All right. Turn into a mouse. Sweet. Crawl under the door. Yeah, you see that it's a grand operatic theater. It was at its time absolutely beautiful. The years have kind of treated it poorly. The red velvet seats are kind of tearing and old, and the wood is kind of starting to crack. Everything's covered in dust. However, at the center of the stage is a podium, and sitting upon the podium is a book wrapped in so many chains you can hardly
I've said
even
that,
see
so
them.
I remember. What didn't do that? Seriously?
Yeah, that's the situation you find yourself in.
No, it
Is there a balcony?
Yeah, you can go up on the balcony where you can get a better view. Kind of same thing. There's nothing too crazy interesting. Everything's been removed or and abandoned. But that podium in the center of the stage,
I was
with a
trying
book
to
wrapped in
write
chains,
it out
was
so
pretty
that I'd
hard.
remember it.
I'll go up to it.
All right, you go up to it. You crawl up on top of the chains. You get a closer look. This book looks familiar to you. Matter of fact, it is bright yellow and black.
Did we?
And there is a symbol on the side of the book of an inverted torch with flames wreathing
Oh,
up
we've
the
seen
handle.
that before. Same symbol that's on the other book.
No, we left that book with an ancient red dragon.
Are we having this conversation with her yet?
No.
No.
Okay.
But you
I
do
have a
recognize it.
comment.
It is the same as the book that you had previously.
The same or looks the same?
Yeah, it looks the same.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Okay. As you turn around, you hear almost a whisper enter your mind. So you can't tell us as in.
Is there somewhere on the map that I could get someone that's able to
You're so cute when you
maybe
this tiny.
make or do something with
Ah.
dragon scales?
With dragon scales?
Yes, because of all the shedding, I gathered a bunch.
They're diseased dragon scales. Oh, while I'm here, I'm going to spend 100 gold on salad.
Oh
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Salad for the dragon.
Well, I mean, you look around and you actually don't see that there is any salad for sale here.
What kind of food is sold?
As a matter of fact, it's really odd. You don't really see a whole ton of food here.
How much did he give us?
100 gold.
What food is there?
You'll see it on occasion. There'll be like a fruit or like a piece of meat, but it's black and wreathed in shadow.
You know what? Fine. I'm going to go over to the vendor that's selling that chest. I'm going to give him 20 gold and say, give me 20 plates of salad.
Okay. Yeah, he produces 20 plates of salad.
Are you hungry?
I'm going to stuff all the salad into a
See-
bag and just close the
Are you hungry?
But when he hands you the salad,
Tell
it
Jacob
instantly wilts.
that you want some snacks and ask him to show you where the snacks are. Tell him I told you to.
Because it's near you, or because
I'm going to back up. Here, hand the salad to someone else.
Wait, why?
He makes more salad, but essentially it all wilts as soon as it's made.
As soon as it's made, like
As soon
there's
as it's
no.
made.
I was gonna try and stuff it in the bag of holding very quickly.
The guy will say, that's an unfortunate effect of being within the Shadowfell. Everything that is good and full of life, tends to not stay that way.
We must ban this Shadowfell then.
However, if it is vegetables you're looking for, you'll probably want to go to the Arbitorium. There are magical vegetable matter there.
That magical lettuce sounds expensive, and I don't think this little dragon creature has enough.
100 gold. We'll see what we can get for him.
There's 80 gold left.
Fine.
Or can I get a
We
refund?
can find
on that
useful
salad?
magical plants for us.
All right.
What if one was like
If the first plate wilted, I probably wouldn't spend the rest.
Give me 2 gold pieces and call it.
vines? Vines
Deal.
are kind of like tentacles.
This is why you're my favorite.
Yeah, Arbitorium's off that way if you wish to visit
Alright,
it.
to the Arbitorium.
Well, did you hear that, Varen Varenson? If you could find a way to preserve vegetables in the Shadowfell, you could make a killing here.
He wandered off, right?
What did you
Yeah.
Oh,
want
he's
us?
not with us anymore?
None.
No, he gave us some money and then he said he could take care of himself and left us. And I forgot to ask him how the crap's he gonna get back.
Sorry, he wandered off. He's a former adventurer. He can take care of himself.
I mean, if he doesn't, he paid us already. If he
Oh,
doesn't
yeah, he
want
got
our
the money
score back,
from
that's
us.
just
Wait, he's a former adventurer and he didn't help us in that fight? Add one more name to my list of vengeance.
He is older.
I'm kidding.
Okay, here we go. Where did I say I was taking you?
The Arboretum.
Arboretum.
Ah, yes.
the thing I didn't know what it was.
Magical plants.
Some sausage dip. Do you want some sausage dip?
Okay.
I'm gonna take a little bit. Thank you.
A canopy of golden leaves crowns trees inside of a sunken basin. The trees grow in stark contrast to the bleak surroundings, their branches swaying even though the air is deathly still. The grove is nestled in a hollow in the city floor. Vents spaced around its perimeter wall emit a puffy gray vapor, which rises above the treetops and disperses as rain.
Okay.
There's also a central tree at the heart of the Arbitorium, much taller and larger than all the other ones.
Is there anybody around we can talk to?
Matter of fact, as you guys wander underneath the leafy canopy, you actually do encounter somebody. And as a matter of fact, it's the same guy that you met earlier.
The jerk from down below?
It is one and the same.
Wait, the assassin?
No, the guy that came down.
The guy that told us we were too dumb to operate the lift.
Oh.
That I went off and looked for shards and stuff.
And as you see him, you can see that he's sprinkling little shards of Sharpledin amongst the trees and the vegetables. Now that you're closer, you see there's a bunch of little garden beds.
You there, wise guy. Remember us?
Oh, if it isn't the infants.
I've been called a lot of things, but I don't think that's one of them.
What can I do you for?
Well, I was going to offer to buy magic vegetables, but now that I see it's you running this place, I'm not sure I want to.
Fine by me.
Luckily for you, they're not for me. What do you got?
Well, who's it for?
It's for a friend? A dragon?
Ah, yes, a dragon. Ah, yes, I've been selling the dragon salad for quite some time now. I've got a special batch just for him. I believe that the normal fare is 100 gold pieces.
And I'm sure the normal fare would be reasonable to customers you hadn't insulted.
Well, how's it about this? I sincerely apologize that you were able to get up on the lift and meet me here in the first place.
Okay, really? Can't you just be nice?
We of the Shadowvar are superior people.
I didn't realize how little
You
there was
don't
left
really
the
even
last
belong
time.
here.
Oh, I don't need that much. We can split it.
I don't want any more. It is a little overcooked because pan was still on.
So we went to the Arbitorium, and who do we see but the jerk from down below who told us we were too dumb to operate the lift?
Great.
And he's continuing to offer us the most wonderful of evils. It's called Infants. He said that he wished that we hadn't been able to come up, and that he will not give us a discount for insulting us.
If you want these. Oh. Excuse me, unpleasant and rude sir. What's the penalty for murder in full Fandar?
An eye for an eye, sir.
Can we please not have any more fights today?
We were all thinking the same thing. So if they kill me.
I won't abuse it. Will treat my companions with respect. Offer.
Ah, finally one of you has some scruff to him. Makes it.
I died today.
Oh, that makes sense that the dead one would belong where the rest of you do not.
I'm gonna go punch the guy in the face.
Oh!
Don't punch him.
Wow, Krishna, way to
Okay.
go! This is a new side to you.
Yeah, go you go smack him with your clammy and like irritated looking skin. He looks at you, he's like, "Ugh, what's wrong with you?" Before you smack him in the face. It's like, ah! He pulls his hands away and there's a dark, it looks like blood, but it's like black, oozing out of his nose. He says, ah! I hope I don't catch whatever disease you have.
No, only if you go touch an aboleth.
Oh, you got hit by an aboleth. I got a cure for that, you know.
Oh, do you?
Yes, it's called magic.
How much?
Well, considering the fact that she just smacks me in the face,
Yes, of course.
I'll say that I can do it for 600 gold.
For one person or two?
I didn't
Each.
smack you.
He'll
600
get a
each.
discount, only 400.
I'll pay it.
Plus, I like his color scheme.
All right, so that's
1,000.
1,000 for each.
1,000 total.
Wait.
Well, we
my
need-
friend.
Yeah.
I believe we got off on the wrong foot. You see, we are not from here.
And here I was about to pull out my rapier.
And I would implore you to consider lowering your
Oh,
costs.
hang on.
Voishana's already counting it out.
Can I make a persuasion check?
Make a persuasion check on him.
I help him.
Sure.
Believe me, I have a very forceful presence.
Same, actually. Between the two of us.
Do I roll with advantage? With the
Yeah,
help?
if he's assisting you.
Trust me, I got this. I can roll another one, right?
Well, the first one was higher, so 20 on persuasion.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now that you're approaching him with a bit of a respectful tone, he'll say, "All right, fine, I'll half the price."
All right, so
500.
We got one for the dragon too.
I was just asking, with the dragon, with this dragon that you know of, is there
Trying
a
to
way
heal
to
him.
help him?
Multiple times.
no,
So
we
he's
give
getting
him
into-
salve.
Well,
Yeah,
we're asking the
source
guy
directly under
he's the one who knows any way to
I was able to
the
heal
dragon.
those. I wasn't
The
able to
dragon
Here,
got
I'll
hit
just,
by the
You
aboleth
were able to
too.
heal some of the
Because
swords,
the
but not
dragon
remove
has
from
an
them.
issue.
True.
I'll answer that in just a moment.
At least that's how
I understood.
Alright, he casts heal upon both of you. At a pretty high level.
Oh,
Is it high
heal
enough?
is a level. Pretty high level.
It's like 8 or 9.
We need his level. We need
like
at least
power
level
word heal
6.
or just heal.
Just heal.
Heal, 6th level evocation.
Yep.
Couldn't cast that twice. He's a level 20 adventurer.
Well, I guess that answers the question about buying it for the
You have to understand, full Phanthar is entirely inhabited by ancient wizards.
That's fair.
They're not easy
Okay, so
customers.
did we get the salad?
Ah, yes. I'm assuming you have the gold.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
But
Well,
you're
we're-
welcome,
we're
you're
healed
welcome.
now.
Yep, you guys
I'll give
are
him
no longer
98 gold
diseased.
pieces.
Huh?
I give him 98 gold pieces.
Where's the other 2 gold pieces?
Right here. I honestly want to finish this conversation as soon as possible. As delightful as you are. I know you're busy.
Fine.
I still ask
He
him.
he goes and he cuts up a bunch of different vegetables, sprinkles a little bit of the dust on them, and then puts them in a big old grocery bag. It's a lot of greenery.
It said I have 16 gold.
It's like 200
Just
pounds
added
worth of
all that.
greenery.
I'm gonna reverse added. I'm gonna ask him
What's
if he
up,
has
Rizzo?
a way to help, basically heal or fix
So
the
did you kill
Oh
him?
yes, right.
No, we're
well,
saving
both the
that
dragon
for
and the
me.
dragon scales.
Ah yes, I'm sure that this
I guess he's
vegetable
already dead.
matter will do just
Let's
the
see.
trick. He'll be right as rain as soon as he consumes them.
And I show him like, hey, I have a bunch of these scales. Is there any way you can make them not so not good?
Well, those aren't exactly the highest quality of scales. I'll give you a gold for each one of them.
He is cheating you, and you're a liar because you just told us that you give the dragon vegetables regularly, and he's still sick.
Well, that's a personal issue. Have you met the dragon?
Did throw up an aboleth last. Does he keep giving himself this disease?
Probably.
All right, your point is conceded, but you're still cheating him.
He is trying. The dragon is trying to help himself with Scraw's self-help book.
It's true.
My offer stands. 1 gold piece for each scale.
Well, I was asking if you still basically had a way to make them so they're not disease scales.
Probably part of why it's so valuable.
Yeah, I don't really want them. They're not exactly the best scales, and I don't really have a way of making them better.
All right, now this time I'm gonna actually try and insight to see if I really actually think he's being honest or trying to.
I think that.
That's
Why
a
don't you ask if you can put
What'd you
me
get?
on one?
that's an 18 plus.
Oh, come on. That'd be fine.
Plus 5, 23.
Yeah, I mean, the scales aren't super valuable by themselves, but they're definitely worth a lot more than he's letting on.
Do I think that he could make them better?
As far as that, I mean, not really. They're kind of gross and like chipped and like unhealthy looking. But in realistically, they're more worth like 10 gold pieces.
It's your call, Mussolini, but I think he's lowballing you.
Do we believe that this lettuce or whatever he gave us will actually heal the dragon? Because I want the scales. If the dragon gets healed, I'll get some new scales.
Woo?
I can ask him for them. Some.
They might give them to you. Seem friendly enough.
I don't need.
I don't know if they'll just come off when he's healthy.
I'm not going to sell him the scales, but that's my other plan is with the dragon. So I'm holding on to the scales since he won't, either can't or won't fix them.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he handed you these really big bags of greenery and salads, and I need everyone to roll a perception check.
Woo! Nope. This is active.
14.
Yeah.
And then 12.
18.
11.
Not worth mentioning.
Perception?
I got a 9.
Wow, we are collectively not doing
Yeah, I'll say that the only one who notices is Vance.
I have 9.
Yeah. You'll notice that. I mean, it's weird. It's almost like there is a pressure in the air, like a rhythmic pressure, and yeah, you look up and you see that there's something high up above, flying up there in the darkness.
Inside the arbitorium?
No, just like high up above the city.
Like, okay, we see up through the roof of the, just like a greenhouse kind of stuff.
I just envisioned the alien from Nope.
I'm gonna notice it, and I'm just gonna ask the guy. I'm gonna say, so why is the dragon not fly up to the city himself?
Have you seen it?
Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, he kind of like scratches his neck a little bit, and he's like, ever since the incident, he had a little bit of an accident at the Necromancer's Tower.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
The Necromancer is rebuilding
Oh
his
my
tower because it was
gosh.
knocked down.
It was a
From
different tower than
If-
what we destroyed.
If you don't mind, we've done our business. You can be on your way, please.
Good, finally.
The Necromancer's Tower was destroyed. That's why he showed up watching
Yeah.
our battle. But there's issue because of earlier with the dragon having issues with
Okay.
But
towers.
it's there's not like anything about the city that keeps flying creatures from flying over.
No.
Okay, I was just curious because there's something up there.
Yes. No. I insist. We've done our business. I insist you go about and leave me be to the piece of my trees.
Okay. Let's head to the elevator. I can't think of any other reason to stick around.
So did we buy the solid?
Yes.
Did some of us want to go visit the king of this place?
No?
I think Varenstein wanted to open it, like a trade route, but that's none of our business. We were paid. I think we should go deliver the potion.
Yes. And drop off the salad. So, head to the nearest elevator to go down.
Okay. Let's go get our XP from doing side quests.
As we head out the door, I'm gonna as quietly as I can muffle a prestidigitation and soil that guy's pants.
Yeah, the pants are now soiled. He says, "Hey, what is this?" Prestidigitates it back. Very funny. He starts looking around the trees. Yeah, you guys are walking through the streets. The pressure is becoming more intense, and as you look up, you see that the thing flying up there is definitely getting closer.
Is anyone
Taking the
feel
elevator?
that?
Is
You
it
guys
going
can
to come
see that,
down
right?
before?
Do we need to roll again? See if we start noticing it. 'Cause
I just said.
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
just
told
said.
us.
Does anybody?
Well, now that you mention it,
Do they feel it too?
Don't care.
When you mention it, they all look up and see the thing that's up there, and they feel kind of like the waves of pressure from the air
Still
compressors.
going to the elevator.
Yeah, you guys are making your way to the elevator. You're just walking on the street which leads to it. Which, where is the arbitorium on this thing actually? Hold on, we gotta find out. It's number 10.
When you asked us to roll, I rolled it once.
Yeah, so you guys would be going this way to get to it.
Okay.
I'll say you guys make it back to the marketplace.
Did anyone else notice that guy seemed pretty eager to get rid of us too?
Yeah.
I
Something weird's
was
going on here.
particularly eager to leave.
All of
But
a
like,
sudden,
because of him or because of normal Voyashana reasons?
flip you up. All of a sudden, those who are still looking up will realize that the figure that is way up high is coming down extremely fast and getting quite large.
Is it?
At
Does
the
it look like
city
it's
or
the
at
dragon?
us?
And as it gets closer, it does look like it's your friend, the dragon.
Oh, nice.
What's
perfect.
the range on this thing?
Over here.
I'm going to try
Not
and
enough.
get to where he is falling.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if we can. If we're directly under.
he's headed straight for you.
Oh, awesome.
Does
Does he look like he's falling out of control or flying to us?
He's falling like a diving falcon.
So intentionally diving.
Does it look like he's attacking us?
He doesn't have his claws out yet.
I'm gonna send. I'm gonna use ascending to him.
Okay. How does that work?
It's this one's longer range, I believe.
I should roll for something.
Not that
I'll tell you what.
One of my new spells. You send a short, brand new. You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as a sender if it knows you, and can answer in the like manner immediately. Spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message.
Okay. What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say, hey buddy, is that you? And are you okay? You look like you're coming in hot. That's around 25.
You think that I look hot?
Too fast.
Don't look at me! And then at this point, as he's diving, he hurls.
Oh no.
And it lands. There's a kind of a crowd in this marketplace. It lands on everyone.
Oh no.
Just absolutely disgusting. You think that this one had been digesting for a while.
So if it hits us, though, he's got to be right behind it.
And right behind it, his course now offset by the vomiting, he crashes into the observatory.
If he looked like he was coming down out of control, I was going to cast Feather Fall. Is that too late?
Can you
Maybe
cast
the
that on
vomit
the
threw me
dragon?
off. Oh, I don't know. Actually, it might be a humanoid.
And
Either way, we'll say
also
the
there's a
vomit
question
threw me off. I was getting ready to.
You're all blinded by this scathing,
Yeah,
disgusting
Boishana dives under a table.
vomit. He crashes into the observatory. A giant telescope falls and crashes to the ground as he rolls off the building, which collapses in on itself and lands in the market square.
Leave the salad and run.
Leave the salad?
Leave the salad and run. This wasn't our fault.
No. I'm going to go towards the dragon.
Gosh dang it, there's going to be an observatory keeper who's going to send the ECL after us again.
You think Vance would leave a dragon that's befriended us hurt?
Do you know he's fine?
Your beach is
Well, okay, he's not fine. He has some issues.
The dragon, temporarily stunned, his eyes pop open all of a sudden. And he looks around and he sniffs. I need my salad.
We got it.
Start unloading.
All right. So you guys drag the salad over to him, and he looks at it, and then he just goes. He just starts devouring all of the salad.
Even the wilted bits.
Is there wilted bits? Did you add wilted bits to the salad?
We had a bunch. Wilted salad is still salad.
Wilted salad and everything. He even eats the like potato sacks that all this greenery was put in. Like he just goes crazy. He's like, okay.
You all right there? And
I feel much better, thank you.
that's good. Also, you need to work on understanding
How is it funny?
what is the
No,
term
it's okay, it's
for
okay,
when
it's okay.
words aren't
Changing
exactly what they mean.
Oh, okay. I was
Like figures of speech.
Figures of speech, yeah.
What did you say about my figure?
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
At this point, his eyes
Well done.
go
You
from
just
like
shush-
really, really wide in the darkness. You can actually see his two pupils go, and he starts going apeshit and starts crashing and attacking the buildings. He's going to launch a, let's see. Oh, this is the wrong one.
No, I'm gonna have to kill the dragon because he's being an idiot.
I don't know if I kill him.
Yeah.
There's going to be a fight.
Maybe we just leave.
Got a potion of petrification.
I feel like
Yeah,
that's-
you think taking the ring stopped me?
Where is it?
Oh man, I was so glad that worked though, because I was like, I've been thinking about using that ring in a combat situation pretty much since we got it.
There it is. Everyone make a saving throw.
Which one?
Oh man! A dexterity saving throw.
I'm too tired for this crap.
Everyone can add 5 because I am once again live and sort of in your presence.
Wait, does that still work?
I'm still a paladin.
11.
And you said perception?
21.
I'll just tell you, the DC is 18.
Oh gosh.
Save.
Oh, I passed.
24.
Failed as well. I would have 14. You said dexterity, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been struggling with my brain right now. 28.
Whoa. That was noisy. That was really
This was
noisy.
a black dragon, right?
No, Shadow
Shadow
Dragon.
Dragon.
Shadow dragon. If we find a black dragon, we should get a big jar of acid.
We met a black dragon. Yep, she was
Oh,
quite
yeah.
attractive.
We should get a big jar of acid.
So what do we get here?
He's going to deal 58 points of necrotic damage to everyone who failed, and half that to everyone who succeeded.
55-8?
Yeah.
What's happening?
29.
We'll find out.
24.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah.
24.
It's more than
I was not at full health.
58.
Me neither.
29.
None of us are.
So I saved and still went down.
That's a good question.
I
Am I at full
was.
health?
Not.
Yeah, of course you would be.
Why wouldn't you come back at full health after dying?
You said 58.
What was
It was-
happening?
It's basically a healing, right?
Well, I'm almost down for the count.
Oh, but you're still up?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's more than the guy who got a 28 can say.
Wait,
I'm down.
You're down? When did you take damage?
Do I have?
No, he just took the full brunt of it.
Oh, took the full.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Crap. I thought I had an
Wait.
ability where I could react.
Wait.
You
You took
take half.
58.
This is
Your
a dex
health is
save. You
59.
take half.
No, but
Even
I've
if you fail.
already taken a little bit
You
of
did
damage.
take just a
I
little bit.
think
It's a rogue thing.
Vexlar's.
Oh,
We could
yeah.
attack again with the
I'm
reaction.
trying to see when you grabbed the. Because I remember I got something with level 7, and I don't remember what that was.
He would have
Okay.
still been up.
When you, so it's when I'm
He's
supposed to
carrying
affect it.
good.
But he's just going nuts?
Yeah, no, he's going crazy. As a matter of fact, it's odd because
I'm not
he is
dead, just
Oh,
he is
no.
attacking the buildings, he's attacking the stalls, he's
I feel like
attacking the
such a dick
vendors,
now. 2 people.
and he's able to do so many more times than should seem normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if he's under the effect of a haste.
That was bad salad.
Oh.
But the crowd of people that's surrounding you, and I say people in kind of a not so serious way because they're Shadowvar. Those who are nearest you will and see that all of you go down. The ones that are down, they'll actually cast a healing word on you and give you 14 health. So,
Okay.
Okay,
for those
why
of you
couldn't
who
I have
went down,
died?
you
I'd
can go
have
back
more
up.
health that way.
but
I said, why couldn't I have died? I had more health. I would have more health that way.
they just see the ones that went down, and there's a few other people in the marketplace who did go down with you as well.
Alright.
But the rest of the crowd, you hear somebody shouting in the background, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And like 100 magic missiles slam into the side of this dragon, peppering its hide with just
100 magic missiles. That's at least 200 damage.
Oh,
just
no.
blast the crap out of this dragon.
Probably closer to 300.
Yeah, the whole right side of the dragon just gets instantly pockmarked with these just magical little blasts. Just for the sake of flavor, I'll say that he doesn't quite die, but that he is
Knocked unconscious.
knocked unconscious.
Quick, restrain him.
I'll-
There is blood everywhere from these blasts.
No! I'm gonna run in.
Tie him up, and then we'll heal him.
He's a. How are you gonna tie him up? He's a mountain.
Is he that big?
I mean,
He's a
he's
small mountain.
he's a young dragon, so
He's not much bigger than Frobus.
He gave us a
He's
rise.
large.
Yeah, he is.
He's large?
He gave
That
all
means
of
he's
us
only
a
10
rise.
feet by 10 feet.
I'm not gonna listen to Martin, and I'm going to cast the healing spell on
Much
him.
bigger dragon.
Does the spell require touch?
I believe-
Healing word, no.
Oh yeah, you're right. Then it's healing word that I have.
But you're still gonna go up to the dragon.
I'm
30
kind of
feet.
like in the way, like
Stop killing the dragon.
yeah, like don't kill a dragon.
So you put your hands up as if to like ward the crowd from launching another volley of magic missile.
And while I do it, my hands like back.
And as you do that, the building behind you just completely collapses. But yeah, it's at this point though that something very odd happens.
Which one?
The current landscape is dark and desolate with very little color. Matter of fact, zero color at all. But suddenly the blood surrounding the dragon begins to glow and emanate with a red light.
I think we just offered a blood sacrifice.
Oh no.
Does that mean he's dead?
It's the blood
We all-
moon.
We all make blood sacrifices and
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Oh, dang.
And out of the pool of blood. Let's see, where's the thing I need?
A necrotor.
It's behind you, Emily. Can you grab it? Or Vance?
This? This
Yeah.
guy? Ooh.
Broken arm
Oh,
guy.
careful.
There's
of the
supposed to be other
pieces.
minifigures
There
on there?
is.
No, there's not.
Why is there other minis on there?
Because they're
they're all
the
broken. Corpses?
ones you're supposed to fix, Cody.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. He is the king of undeath.
Prince.
Excuse me.
Wait, the one you're after?
Oh, yeah.
Oh dang. Are you about to get your vengeance?
Yeah, I haven't fixed him yet, but we can ignore that. Yes. Yeah, I'll fix it. Yeah, I just need to glue it. But, yes, rising out of the blood is an absolutely disgusting looking creature. It is, what size is he? Large, I think?
Huge,
He's huge.
I think.
So bigger than the dragon.
Yes. The pool of blood kind of spreads out and coagulates as he rises. And at this point, he is going to look down in advance. And he's going to wrap a disgusting arm around you and just hold on to you. You're welcome to make a strength check if you want to try to test this.
Everyone kill it!
Or did they want to summon it?
Um,
Ooh.
it's not okay. My reaction when he grabs me, rather than trying to just wiggle out, because I know I'm not strong, would be to try to use the opportunity to inflict wounds and try and use that to make him drop me. But that's an action. So I don't know how you handle that.
I'll say that he got the drop on you, but that you would be the next in line, as your reaction, instead of making a strength contest, you can do that.
Is he doing anything else before we do that?
Well, he's gonna start talking, but if you want to try to cast a spell, that's totally fine.
Oh man, if I do that though, we said it's my reaction, so it's not my turn necessarily.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. That works then. All right. Yeah, I will. It is an attack. Yes, melee spell attack. Huh. That was a 10. With
Pretty
my
sure
plus
it says
7.
your magic fizzles as it touches the filthy flesh of this thing. In appearance, by the way, it looks like this. It has almost rotting, pus-filled pustules all along its flesh. And it almost has the bottom of a goat, bat wings, and the skull of a ram.
Guys, little help.
But it'll look with piercing yellow, almost like sickness green eyes. And it'll look at Martin. And it says, "Ah, there's the one that I sensed coming back to undeath. How does it feel?"
I'm going to end your existence, you wretch.
Can I make an attack?
Sure, why not?
Okay. I'm going to ride up, and I'm going to swing my arm back and forward as hard as I can. I'm going to throw a potion of petrification at him.
A nat one.
It hits Vance instead.
That would be really, really funny.
Can I use a bonus action? Before I make my attack?
What? No, you just rolled your attack.
What did you get?
12.
Yeah, I'll say that it overshoots.
I guess it would be an 11.
It overshoots the demon lord and hits the dragon.
Oh, gosh.
He's already
I
unconscious.
was going to heal him.
You still can.
Now he won't be hurt.
Unfortunately for myself, and fortunate for you, there's only enough blood here to sustain me for a few seconds more. I only have this to say. I've really enjoyed playing with the bodies of your family, and I've enjoyed playing with this one as well. He sinks back into the blood. Disappears.
Hashtag triggered.
Did you say that Vance just ends up lying down? 'Cause he-
Oh no, Vance disappears with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He never got 50,000 gold.
That's what you have to say.
I don't know that.
All right.
Vance is gone.
Vance is gone.
And that's
Now my only friend
where we shall end
is Boy Sean.
Dun, dun,
for the night. Dum bum bum.